trying to. I'm not gonna cry.
Oh.
I'm gonna cry. I know.
Welcome everybody, live from the Just Trish studios. We just landed from the North Pole. Everyone is here. Oscar the Sleigh, Trisha the Elf, and of course me, Santa. Have you been good today?
You introduced me.
Yeah, I did.
You just introduced me last. Now here's your host.
Live from the North Pole, Trisha FAVES.
Okay. Yay! Not how I envisioned it in my head. I literally just said
What?
live from the Just Trish studios. It's Just Trish.
I can't even.
But Oscar the Sleigh was good.
That was good. Ready to jingle your bells, everyone.
Oh, that is, God, you're so good at that. For real, so good. Oh my gosh. Hi, guys. Welcome to our final episode of 2023. So insane. What number is this? Is this like number 40 or
I
something?
think this is 40. Yeah, 40.
Oh my God.
Wild.
40 episodes since July. We're crushing it.
We're on it.
It's crazy. We are on it. You are on it. You're so good. We are on it. We're very rarely like late. And if it is an issue, it's usually like there's an editing thing. Last week we had one episode late, but Oscar was done with it. It was my fault. I was trying to get it to the person it was Leah. Like, everyone wants to review it, which I totally understand. So, I was like last minute and I was like, oh shoot, it'll probably be fine. He's supposed to be like, it's fine. And he's like, oh, they have some edits. I was like, okay. So anyways, Oscar was busy, booked and busy because we had Tana on and she wanted him to stay, but you were in a romantic getaway to solving.
I know, it was a festive getaway, and of course it's literally the one day that I was gone. Tana was here, which is but she's here like pretty frequently. Yeah, so next time
every other week. She was so sad. She was, why is Oscar never here when I'm here? And I was like, well, we did have the date. We had a day booked, and she had a really big emergency come up. So I was like, well, he actually took off work to be here, and then he had to go. I know it was chaos. I know. I was going to see you that day, but I felt like you were stressed that week. So I'm like, I didn't want you to feel stressed.
Yeah. Last week was a little up and down, a little bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah,
but
I felt it. And you're like, I had a dream that you and Moses yelled at me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yes, I was really going through it. I don't know.
God.
I was stressed the house down.
Oh my God. I was so nervous. I was like, maybe we shouldn't even see him. I'm like, just leave the cards at the door. I don't want you to think anything.
No.
I was like, don't even have a smile on your face, just there's no anything.
It was wild because I had so many like tech problems last week, and I knew not to. I don't know how to explain them to you because I know you wouldn't know what it meant. But I was just
I do know B-roll. I was like, wait, I think we're missing B-roll, but I know it happens. But you know what? The episode still did well. People loved it. No one says anything.
I know.
People love it.
It was funny though because there was just basically, not to get too in the weeds, but my hard drive was just like breaking. And it's like has everything on it. So I was going so slow. So I literally couldn't see what I was editing. Like I had to turn off all the video and just go by the audio. So there's like a couple like blank spots where I forgot to like tighten it up. And some people were like, oh, I think Brooke must have told them to like take some things out. That's why there's like random black spots. And I'm like, no.
So funny. They're like, oh yeah, or Moses not saying anything. They're like,
because when my audio came out, I just in the chat told them, well, they're trying to silence me.
Did you? Oh my God, not moderating the chat. I wasn't in the chat, so what was I doing yesterday on Tuesday? I don't know what I was doing. That's so weird. I didn't see it. Oh, maybe I was sick or something. Something was happening. That's so funny. We have to monitor Moses in the comments, being like they're trying to silence me. Okay.
There's conspiracies you don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny, but literally it was just me being stressed and.
Well, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. You're fine. No. You do so much.
Because that's the thing. Like you guys are always so like relaxed about everything, but it's mostly just me being like wild and being like, no, like I have to get this up as quickly as possible. No, I can't have a mistake. It's just mostly a me thing, like in my head. And then I had a dream. I remember like you guys, I came in to film today and then you guys sat me down and you were like, okay, Oscar, like I normally don't want to do this, but we have to look at everything you did wrong. And then you sat me down and then you went through it and I was like, I know.
Yeah. Oh my God. You're so hard on yourself. Like you don't even need to be hard on you. You know what I mean? There's certain people I feel like, and I'm not confrontational, but there's some people you have to like tell, like, this is not it. But you're like so hard on yourself. So I was like, okay, like, no. But it honestly, like, yeah, I mean, it happens.
Was I dressed as Santa in that dream?
No.
It's coming real. We're all in pink.
Imagine if my premonition was like you and this little Zelda.
This
Mrs.
is Mariah
Claus.
Carey inspired. She had a red one. Mine's pink. Not Zelda.
It was giving little Zelda vibes.
What's Zelda? The little elf?
Yeah, the pink elf.
I get it. I guess we're standing by Santa. I guess I look like, okay, it's a little elfy, I guess. Yeah. Maybe that's what Mariah Carey's based off. I have no idea.
It's cute though. I love it.
I was getting festive. Yes. I love the pink. We have Christmas cards. I think, I'm going to say it because I'm just going to do it. Our producer, I'm like always trying to figure out like better, like more like fun bonuses for our producer tier because they're literally so nice. You guys literally are like amazing. I thought maybe sending them a Christmas card of all of us in our pink outfits. So maybe I'll do that. It might be after Christmas. It might be like because I can print them now. I'll get them probably around Christmas. I'll send them to you. Hopefully before the new year. Our producers on Patreon will get it, but there will be like a cutoff, maybe the 25th or something like that because it's confusing. Anyways, that's the whole thing. Not to be technical, but my sister's trying to figure out labels. We're trying to think like who's who, where's where. But all the headshots should be sent out now, and next month's headshot will be this look. We just shot it. So and speaking of Patreon, shout out to our patrons at patreon.com/justtrish for just $5 a month. You get pretty much 4 extended podcasts, and we go almost an hour. Like, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and we spill tea over there. We actually do on accident sometimes, but
I feel like I have more tea to spill about what we talked about last week because things came out after, and I was kind of like, I want to change my whole view on that. You know what I mean? I was like, let me just really, because we were kind of like flip flopping, and I'm like, I have some really hard stances on it now. So we do kind of spill the tea over there because I just feel like it's, you know, I don't know. People are over there. Yeah, it's not like blasting it out. It's, you know, it's not thumbnails or, well, I guess it was a little bit thumbnail. But no, people. So for $5 a month, you get an extended podcast, and there's other tiers where you can get extended video. We might do a little mukbang, although you're on FAUZEMPIC, so I don't know.
I know, spoiler alert. But yeah.
So, because I was like, well, because we were, okay, well, there's so much. Anyways. Well, let me give a shout out to the patrons and we'll go back to that because we were supposed to do an Erewhon gut smoothie. We have to talk about that. Okay, so also we just did a studio tour of this whole studio, so that's up on it. I'm going to have Moses make bolognese over the holidays. I'm going to film him if you want the bolognese recipe. Oscar's makeup routine. We'll do a mukbang today. You know, we really try. Actually, Moses said something this weekend. I said, I'm going to film you making bolognese. He's like, oh, well, anything for the patrons because they're literally like the best. They're like, what did you say? You said something along those lines.
No, we love like giving and making content. We just love being creative and making stuff, and we love to surprise people, like give them more than what they ask for.
That's what it is. That's why I was like, let's make Christmas cards
just
for them.
Give them more.
I also made Trish Emoji stickers.
Oh, you made them?
Yes, I made them.
Fun.
They're not coming till January 1st, but I think when it comes January, our first hot topics back, I'll show the stickers. I think because I made like all the Trish Emoji stickers, and so I think like each month I'll put it in like the producer's like card or something like that. They're really cute. I'm really excited. So I have those being made.
We like to make stuff and we like to give gifts. It's just we didn't have that
way to do
people.
It.
Who do we give it to? You know, it's not like you have a meet and greet or going on tour.
Yeah, that's
so
exactly
now we finally have that kind of way to connect with people and give them stuff.
I didn't know how much people like love headshots in real life. Like literally, I did a shoot with a magazine. It should be out this week. Oh man, I wish it was out now. But I did a holiday shoot with a magazine, and like literally the glam people who I'd never used before, they saw the headshots and like, oh, can I have one? And I was like, I guess. And like, will you sign it? I was like, okay. Like, it's funny how many people want things. I don't know. Like, I guess just like tangible things. It's very cool. I love it. Someone's like, you're really living out your 1950s starlet fantasy of just like sending out headshots in the mail. And I love it. It's a production. Like, it's my mom sending out to my sister trying to do the labels. Like, it really was kind of like, not for me. I just signed, but that's
a lot. The whole table was. We're talking about hundreds.
I'm not like complaining. Yeah,
and
but
signing them.
It was over 200 headshots. It was actually kind of crazy. I was like, actually, it took me like 4 days. I got to start early next time because it took me like 4 days, and I was like dying. My mom's like packaging them. We got the Do Not Bend stickers, the gold stars for the producers. It was a thing. So shout out producers. These are our producers. We have Clink, Break Room Banter, Matthew C, Araya Bands, Anastasia P, Cody L, James Lee C, Marvel B, Dominic, Emmy, Mo Nay, Marls, Lexi Barbie, Lauren, Gwen and Thomas, Tyler J, Kane, Danny M, Abdullah A, David D, Jessica R, David D, I think it's David Dobrik. Could you imagine? It's not. I know the last name. I just like hyphenate.
I was like, wait.
I thought of that joke yesterday. It's so funny. I never think of jokes in advance, but I was like, that one's pretty funny. Jessica R, Quincy, Quantifying Media, Mickey, Devs Demir, Amelia, Elizabeth W, Tess M, Hi with 5 eyes, Abdullah again. They just keep paying each month, even though they're the same Abdullah.
Update there. They are 2 different people. I found out.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Was wrong.
Wait, no, wow. I love it. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Every time I see it, it makes me happy writing that name. It's such a cool name. Aiden K, Ness, Jess, Derek, and Elizabeth P. Thank you for being our patrons, our producers. And they really are our producers. You guys give us the insight. You give us the like recommendations, little tidbits, and we really appreciate it. I posted a video to you guys yesterday. I try to post videos. I'll try to post another one, just over the weekend, the holiday break. Okay, we were going to do a video this morning, and I was super excited about it. The Erewhon smoothie, Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, I was so excited to see that.
Oh, no.
She was doing a collab, but the ingredients in it are a little sus. So
we said that even before I knew. Well, I saw kombucha, and like Most like I think you can have kombucha preg. I looked it up. I was like, you can't really. I was like, okay, a sip of kombucha won't hurt. So, anyways, I went to just go check the Erewhon thing this morning, and like I asked a comment, I'm like, is this okay for prego people? And they literally wrote back, well, what were the ingredients that they said weren't okay? Maca and
was it the seaweed thing?
something like seaweed. They're like not advisable for pregnant people. And I was like, why would you want to drink something that pregnant people can't?
It's supposed to be good for your gut. Like it's all about gut health, but then it also has oat milk, and there's a whole bunch of comments like oat milk is actually like bad for like the IBS girlies. So I'm not sure what was going on there with Erewhon, but she should have just sent something like cute and purple, like
like a grape glaze, like the strawberry glaze with grape would have been it. I know. I was like, does she have like gut issues? Maybe, like maybe that's her stance on stuff. You know?
I think it's just because her album is called Guts, so they were like, what can we do that's like on brand?
Oh no, that's not on brand. That's not the same. I feel like mine would be like something like celery juice, so it could be skinny. It'd be like the skinny Erewhon smoothie or something
with like some pink dye in there.
Yeah. Just that alone, like thinking about that coming out would be just a whole other thing. I guess you should have still gotten it because you love Olivia Rodrigo. I was super excited to go with you though.
We just don't know how that could have gone though. Like,
especially after 5 hours of filming today.
Yeah. So, and it's also like $17 or something too. And I know that's like standard for Erewhon, but
no, it's crazy.
For the budget girls, it's not really.
No, it's a lot. Yeah, there's certain things I'm just like, I'd rather go to a Jamba Juice for it. But
yeah.
So sorry, Olivia Rodrigo. We wanted to. Was she on SNL? No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Who was on SNL this week?
Billie Eilish and Kate McKinnon.
Oh, I missed that one. And you didn't see Wonka.
Didn't see Wonka either.
But you're going Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm going to see
I think we're going to go. By the way, my belly is in weird. Did you hear that? I heard, I had a little belly gurgle. I'm like nervous about, not nervous. I'm nervous about my belly acting up. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean, me nervous doing this. I'm like, I'm nervous right now.
40 episodes in, just a little nervous.
I know. I'm like, now I'm nervous. It's our final episode. I'm like sad about it too, kind of. I don't know.
Everyone's doing the little holiday breaks, but it does feel kind of weird, I guess. I'm like,
to not film every week.
2
like,
weeks.
I know now. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be so nice to be out for a week. But then it's like, I know like after the first week, I'll be like, oh no, we should probably film something. It's weird, but I'm going to like really force myself to take a break for real. Are you gonna actually take a break from work?
We only get Christmas and New Year's off technically. Like we're still working, but it's really slow, so it's like pretty chill. Yeah.
I guess if something huge happens, we can do like an emergency episode.
Or race on down.
I know. I'll be like, okay, we're filming tomorrow. I will miss it. I know I'll miss it, but I don't know. Just like I love working, but yeah, I just need like maybe a break.
Yeah, and I love that for us, like 2 weeks feels like forever because like
forever. It's like 2.5 weeks almost because Christmas is next Monday, so that's like a week basically, and we're done. This is our last episode. We filmed the Tana one last week, so we're done this week basically.
Yeah, but we're coming back so refreshed. Like,
yes,
I'm so excited for it.
We have. Oh, me too. We have actually. I was looking at the January. I actually have 3 guests book every week. And I was like, you need to like give yourself some days in there because it's like, you know, things come up, magazine shoots come up, you know? And I was like, yeah, we probably should. But so many people, I'm so excited, like her in the DMs. And I'm just like, can't wait.
I know.
I did open Olivia O'Brien's. I said Olivia Rodrigo. I get them mixed up. Olivia O'Brien. I did open. She sent me the DM. I was scared to open it, and then she sent me another DM after that one. Be like, open this. It's not scary or something. So then I opened it, and I think she's coming on, and I'm very excited because I also when I posted that I purchased the Weeknd music, I was doing all my iTunes that I purchased, and Jocelyn was on there, and she was like, I see my song. So she was. Oh, I think she's gonna spill some tea too, maybe because she remembered a time when I remembered her, but I didn't know she remembered me.
Yeah,
I knew her when she was like 18, and she was kind of in that like vlog squad a little bit, you know, but I didn't know how. We didn't like really cross paths, so I'm excited. I don't know. Maybe she wants to listen to me, but either way, she'll be like, I don't want to come on anymore. Actually, I don't know. But we have her. We have Sugar and Spice as Monster High characters coming.
Oh my God, that's gonna be everything.
We have Brett coming back, top of the year. But then I was like, do we talk about past stuff? Because you know, in the new year is supposed to leave like the old year behind.
You know, I can't be in the same room as Brooke and not be a little shady about our common enemy. Yeah, like I can't help it. Like I know we are positive here, but I feel like we are allowed to have a hater card for certain people.
For sure.
And I'm just going to whip it out and be like, this is my Matt Rife hater card.
Matt Rife is yours. Who's my hater card?
I was going to say Rachel Zegler, but we moved on.
No, we love Rachel Zegler now. We love her now. I had a hater one earlier.
Oh, and Kendall Jenner is my second hater card,
No, you
actually.
have 2. We said one hater card. Okay, one of each.
Yeah.
I had a hater comment. I was thinking like I've had it with, and I was gonna have I had it with.
You had it with the I've had it ladies. But
yeah,
I feel like
I
maybe
like
you
that
come
now.
around. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna do I've had it with. Oh, do you know? I don't know. There's a podcast. I won't say his name. There's like a podcaster who gives relationship advice, and I liked him or whatever. Maybe you know. Anyways, if you can guess, we can play Who Guess It. And not that it's No, it's bad. So I really liked him, and I thought, oh, God, he's so smart. Like, for a guy, like a straight guy, I thought he's like really insightful with relationships. And I was like, oh my God, I love this guy. But I literally just saw TikTok this morning while my stomach was hurting, and I was like on the toilet. I was like looking at TikTok of this girl that's like, he met his maybe now fiance or girlfriend. They've been dating. I don't know how long they've been dating, but there's an 18-year age gap. And he started dating her when she was 18 and he was 37.
Oh.
And like, yeah. So I was like, I kind of, and the whole TikTok was like, I don't want to get relationship. I'm the same way. And I really kind of like this, not a fan, just like liked to listen to this podcast. Now I heard that, I was like, ew, what is with people? At first I was like 18-year age gap, maybe not bad if you're like 35 or something. I don't know, maybe, but obviously. But 18, 37, I don't know. It was weird. Anyways, I've had it with those kind of people. I was like, God, the Dane Cooks and then this person. And I was like, I just don't understand, like 37 and 18, because 18 is still child. Like you're still a teenager. You know what I mean? Like your 20s, okay, whatever. But 18 is you're just a child. Like you just were a child days ago, and now you're an adult all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. So that was weird to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like when that happens. It made me sad. I saw it literally just happen this morning. I was like, oh, that bums me out.
Wow, what a blind item. I'm like trying to figure out who it is.
He's not. He's popular, but maybe not that popular. I don't know. Anyways. His name's Nick Viall. I don't know.
Oh, it's him?
Yeah, from the
Oh,
Viall files. He's on The Bachelor. I don't know.
Oh.
It's not a hater comment. I'm just like, oh, I found out. I kind of feel weird about it.
Yeah, that is kind of odd.
I guess because it's just like, there's certain things that people just have like a hardcore, like, I'm just so against. I don't know. No one can convince me that an 18 and 30-something-year-old has something in common. But,
Yeah.
But again, I think if that person was 40 and he's 58, like, then I think, okay, yeah, you both lived some life, had some marriages, some kids.
Adults with like
You're very much an adult. Yeah. That's just me personally, but
that's like
just,
a morally
that's church opinion.
justified like hater
Okay.
card at least. Mine are just like,
Yeah.
I don't like you. So
Well, Kendall Jenner just broke up with Bad Bunny, so everyone's very excited.
Yes.
How do they know that they broke up? Who leaks that information?
People Magazine was the first one to report that Bad Bunny and Kendall broke up. So when it's like a People, you kind of know because it's usually fed by like a Kris Jenner or someone in Kardashian Jenner Communications.
That just had them on like speed dial.
Yeah, it's like whenever it's one of the big official kind of outlets, like a People, even like a ET&E, it's usually like a source from inside the camp that they just want to like get ahead of the story, basically.
Is People a big one still?
People is, yeah, it's probably one of the most like reputable ones, I would say.
I think I said it. I don't know if you cut this every time I talk about People. Do you cut it when I talk about them?
I don't think
that
so.
people like pay to be in it?
No, I've included
Okay,
that.
It's not my gripe with those people, but I always think when they show like exclusives, like when people get engaged or whatever, and it's like literally the most random people, I'm like, this kind of takes away from like the exclusivity of People. Because
Yeah,
it used to be
you.
so big. Like when Lance came out as gay, he came out on People magazine. It's such a big thing. Britney Spears had an exclusive on People. So when I see the little like exclusive photos of like, the Z-list actor I knew, like I'm like, this like, I don't know. And they do that a lot. So I always kind of side-eye people. I'm like, are you exclusive? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they do kind of take everything over there.
They'll take anything.
Yeah.
Like literally, if you want your engagement in People, like pay them, they'll put it in there. That's what I've learned. And they're kind of, I have to have another gripe with People. Do you work for them? You don't work for them.
No,
No
never,
affiliation.
Never.
They also are the article repeaters. They're literally like, there was one about Moses that just went up and it says published like December 13th.
Oh, yeah.
And it was an old one from like 3 years ago. I was like, wait. And because I sent it, I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is nice. I'm like, oh, it's literally the same article from 3 years ago.
They'll like republish. That's common with like all like entertainment news
Really?
sites. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like re-upping something when it's like trendy or whatever.
That's
so it's
so weird.
It's
I've
like
never seen that.
refreshed. So like when people Google or whatever, it's like
I was
at the
like, add
top.
something new to it. Like put something else
least,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah, it was so old and it was so outdated. And I was like, but they put the date as this date. I was like,
They just had a paragraph that we're pregnant.
Yeah,
now.
literally,
At the end.
oh, now they're pregnant with a second child. After all the old shit on there, I was just like, okay, this is so odd. Anyways, I'm not a big People fan. But we're starting the new unserious. Moses says unserious all the time now. He'll say that too. He like stops before he says it because he's like unserious as Oscar would say. I'm like, you can just say unserious. It's fine.
No, you can totally.
It's the perfect word though. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's a word you need in some situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing other but it's just not
It's just
serious.
unserious. Literally.
Unserious, yeah.
Especially in YouTube, TikTok, entertainment.
All
very
unserious.
unserious.
Very,
Yeah.
very much
Yeah.
so.
Instead of saying like amateur and unprofessional, unserious is more to the point
Unserious
about
is
it.
cute. Yeah, I like unserious. So I think you started that. Congrats.
So
I've never heard it before you.
my problem is I see so much on like Stan Twitter, like I absorb so much of it that like I always have the confusion of what is an original Oscar thought and what have I just absorbed from Twitter.
Story of my
so
life.
I pretty much will just credit everything to Twitter until you know, 'cause I
Until
don't care.
otherwise.
Yeah.
I feel that way too. I used to consume a lot. Well, I used to, not so much, but like podcasts I always would consume. It's like that gravity meme of me that goes around, like, you know, we don't need gravity. I really did hear that on a podcast. And I know whose podcast it is, I won't say it, but I remember hearing this person say it. She was like completely serious, you know. And I was like, but that kind of made sense when she said it. So when I said it, I was just like repeating. But I wonder if she ever thought like, oh, she stole my, even though she wasn't joking, maybe she thought like I stole her intellect or
She would
something.
definitely be the kind of person that would
Yeah,
think
for
that,
sure. I
but-
was like, oh my God. So, and I remember that at the time too. I was like, no, I heard that somewhere else. Like it was really serious. Like I was saying it as serious. Like I said, I don't get the science of it all, the gravity, none of that.
Even like the word wild I use a lot here, but I
Yeah.
realized I picked that up from Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange's podcast. And then I was like, wait, this is where I got wild from. And I say wild so much now.
I say wild all the time. Like I'm like, that's wild.
That's
Or
why I
they're
was
being wild. Like wild is also a very good term.
Yeah, because it's less offensive than like, you know,
Crazy.
a crazy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. No, we're going to turn into a drag queen podcast next year, I feel too, because I have Sugar and Spice coming on. Well, there's been a couple other drag queens that reached out that I actually love from that same season. Maybe that's why, because I like love them. But I was like, I should have Sugar and Spice on first because I was like, you know, they were the ones to like bring me into the drag world. I never
Yeah.
watched RuPaul before them. So I know Lux Noir, London on.
Love.
I
love
was
Lux.
so, I would never think Lux would like me. So I was just like, oh my God, because, you know, like skinny queen, literally. And I was just like, oh, there's
She's
no way.
And I love Lux because when someone can read someone so like eloquently,
Ah.
it's like an art form.
It's an art form.
Every time she drags someone on Twitter, it's like done so like meticulous. It's like poetry almost.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oh.
oh my God, like
So
it's beautiful.
good. Yeah, she was talking about blocking barbs and stuff like that. And I was just like, I love it because she is like a barb, but like also like telling you, like this is too much, you know, like whatever. I loved her on the show. I mean, she was the only one that like sewed her own outfits.
Yeah,
like the only
of course.
Drag Race I watched was Sugar and Spice this season, and obviously Sugar left early. I was so sad after she impersonated me, but I continued to watch, and I really liked her. And then I think Mistress Isabel Brooks
I saw
also.
her tweet you,
I know.
yeah.
I was like, which is crazy because like so long ago before the podcast, I like wanted her to like do my makeup because like I really resonated with her the most. And we were gonna do a collab, and then just like didn't work out, whatever. So then I was like, well, this is a good time to have her like on the podcast. So
And Bob the Drag Queen said that she wants to be on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I would never think that either. To me, Bob the Drag Queen's right up there with like Trixie. Like it's very like
Legendary,
Yeah,
yeah.
where just everyone knows because I've never been so involved in the drag world like too much. You know, I only knew like Willem because I like worked with him and whatever. Yeah, I love Bob too because you just like see them everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And, like,
Bob, and I think Bob's on tour with Madonna still too. So
No.
yeah.
What?
hmm Bob's like opening for Madonna. Isn't that wild? Wild.
Wow, Madonna looks pretty good. I've been seeing people like at her show.
Yeah.
She actually looks pretty good. I think she was like in a Santa outfit or something the other day, and I was like, oh, she looks good.
Yeah, she's giving, and I love that she has Bob. Like Bob is really iconic to me, and some because Bob was on TikTok Live, so people were like, "Go on Just Trish," and Bob's like, "Yeah, I'll go on."
That's why I bought the drag queen. Please,
I
I
would
want to
live.
listen to a drag queen podcast, like for real. Like I just love. It's weird. It's weird that I never got into it earlier. I guess I don't know. I guess I just didn't really know the world. And when I watched Drag Race, I was like, oh my God, this is like literally me, like costumes and makeup and the lip sync. The fact that drag queens literally their final like challenge is them lip syncing for their lives. I was like, I need to be on this show. This is so everything. Did you watch the Sugar and Spice season?
Yeah, of
So you
course.
watched Drag Race?
Yes, all of them.
Do you remember that one? I think she made it pretty far, and I was like, I don't know how. No offense. Oh my God, that drag queen will not come on. But she like, and everyone was lip syncing, and she's like, I'm gonna just live sing. Do you remember her? It
Which
was early
one?
on. They had to make their own songs, and she's like, no, my
Lucy
talent.
LaDuca. Let
I couldn't-
loose.
Oh, Moses now is. Oh man, you're not even on camera. That was the one that was like, right? Why was she annoying?
She got a really bad edit. I think
You think people say that, but I'm like, is that?
that's what she said. Everyone that like hated her, like all the contestants that would like feud with her in the show, they're all friendly with her now. So I feel like that kind of affirms that she kind of got the villain edit a little bit. But it was kind of without her, it wouldn't have been as like fun. I think you have to have a villain in the show, and it's kind of unfortunate because people like really like hate on them. But afterwards, it's like, you know what, I can appreciate the villainry.
I didn't think of it as a villain. I just thought like boring. Cause like I even for Snatch Game, what was she like, Joan Rivers or something? And I was like, that's what gets praised. I'm like, everyone does Joan Rivers. Like that's not go to Vegas and see Frank Marino doing Joan Rivers. You know, like that's like such a common thing. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe I was a hater.
Your hate card for Lucy LaDuca. It's like, oh my God.
I feel like drag queens though, that's like the camp of, is it the camp of it where you can like hate on them because it's like cute, right?
As long as you, yeah.
Keep it cute. I don't hate the person. I don't know who plays Lucy DeLuca, but did not like. I guess because like you know what it was too. It's just like a oh my god, so old tea. We're talking about like a drag race from like last year. I was like, wait, what?
Spoilers.
Yeah, drag race recap a year later, and just that season. We tried to watch the All Stars after, and I really couldn't get into it. I don't
Oh my
know.
God.
But someone did tell me that was like the worst All Stars. It was the one with Jumbo. Jimbo.
Yeah, that one was a rough one. But
Yeah.
I really want Gia Gunn on the podcast. You and Gia would be Gia's like a meme queen.
I know Gia Gunn. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
she would be
would
everything.
love. I
Oh.
think Katya and Trixie are just untouchable.
Maddie Morphosis is
Oh,
another.
I don't know her.
She is a straight man who does drag.
No.
Yeah, and when she was competing on the show, gays were like, "What is a straight person doing on this show?" But now she does a podcast too, and she does like a drag race podcast where she interviews drag queens, and everyone loves her now. So
And she's actually straight.
yeah, like at the time was in a relationship. I don't know if they still are in a relationship, but
It's not that I doubt that. It's just more like I just don't know any straight guy who could like pull it off. Like you know.
yeah, that's why it was so like controversial at the time.
Yeah.
When Maddie came on, I was like, I'm a straight drag queen, and people kind of gave him a hard time, but
Okay.
she is really proved to be like a really good queen now.
Yeah,
so,
she was good at lip syncing and stuff like that. No.
At the time, I think she's probably come a long way. Like her looks now are like a lot more evolved, and her podcast is really good. So
Oh my gosh,
that'd be a
okay.
good crossover.
I need to find all these podcasts because I don't know that they all have them, but I love it. I think that's everything.
Yeah, Willem has a podcast with Alaska. You know Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah. and
Oh my god,
they're
I
really
know. God, Willem's been around for so. I remember I met Willem on like a Jackass set. It was with Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, and Bam Margera, and we were doing like this fantasy sequence. And truly, I mean, I don't know what year it was, but truly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I've ever even heard of drag queens before Willem. So I was like so confused. Like I was maybe like 20 or something. I don't know. This was a really long time ago, and I just moved from like Illinois. And I remember seeing her, and I was just like, you know, you don't want to ask, obviously, too, but I was just like, what? You know, like I was so confused by all of it. Not confused, is that bad to say? I don't know what to say. Like, I was just so ignorant, too. Like, I just didn't know what it was. And I just remember thinking she was so beautiful. And she got one of the lines. So only 3 people got lines. I got one. Then there was, like, this little, like, cute girl with, like, big implants. And then Willem got one. So, like, obviously we were the standouts. And I think it's online. If you type in, like, Jackass fantasy sequence, it's, like, Steve-O's fantasy. And we're, like, on a golf course. I don't know. But I remember seeing Willem and just being like, oh, like, so pretty. I also did one with the Eminem music video was Derek Barry. I love Derek Barry.
Derek is very Trish coded for sure.
That's our Brittany. That's our Brittany. And we've talked on Twitter, and I feel like that would be another one. But Derek Barry was also on America's Got Talent. So before I knew what
really?
Oh my god,
I didn't know that.
Again, before I knew what drag queens were, I remember him coming out and doing the Brittany, and they're like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "My name is Derek Barry." You know, he went with like that really thing, and I was just like, "What?" And I want to say I might have been like 18. I had no idea. I watched it with my dad, and I remember just being like, "What?" It's cool now. Drag queens are so mainstream, but I just didn't know. Like, I just didn't know.
Yeah,
they,
before
what
Drag
it
Race,
was.
I didn't know. At first,
Really?
I thought
You're from LA.
Yeah, I had no
would think-
idea. Like, I was
Wow.
super ignorant too. I think at first I thought drag was like almost like a sexual thing. Like I remember
Yes.
watching Drag Race at first, and seasons 1 and 2 were on Netflix when I watched it like randomly, and I remember like. When I had to watch when my parents weren't home because I was like, oh, I don't want to be caught watching this because I thought it was like a
That's bad, like
sexual
scandalous,
thing.
yeah.
But then you watch
love
it and
that.
it's just like artistry and like fun and
Oh
you know.
yeah, no, for sure. I appreciate it so much more because I do nothing. I was like, I don't know what drag queen is. Like, I don't know. I thought it was like an underground thing or something like that.
Same.
You know. And then once I watched it, I was like, oh my god, like Snatch Games. I like watched all of them. I was like, because I love impersonations too. So I just like loved it so much. The one that was Mona Lisa, I was like, oh my god, okay. I appreciate it though. But Mistress was Rosie. I don't know. Anyways, this is so old. Everyone's like, this is
Well,
so.
the new season's coming out, so
Oh, is it?
yeah, January actually. So it'll be good to have all these.
I would love. I also want to know like why Rue is so far away. Like is he scared of COVID still? Like he never is close to them anymore. And the judges, he's so far away. I was just like, this is so odd.
It is kind of weird.
Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
I wonder why he does that. Because they used to run up to him. Like I watch old drag races, and they like would run up to him and
Yeah,
hug him. Do you
it's
think
wild.
Rue is nice, or you think he's standoffish?
I've met Rue in like interview settings before, and has been.
Have you interviewed him?
No, I was only
Oh.
there for like the interviews. Nice, but like very. It's almost like a Britney meet and greet, kind of like polite,
Okay.
like professional. You know?
Yeah,
like,
nothing like great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just get the vibe he's not like close with the queens or anything. He's just like, I'm here and I'm leaving.
It's
Bye.
funny, again, old tea, but last year, the all winners season of Drag Race, which was like big, monumentous, and it's all winners, so they're all like really famous.
Oh.
And then Rue was introducing them at DragCon and like forgot people's names.
Oh my
And
God.
everyone.
That's
So it's kind
awful.
of like- but they all kind of just like go along with it. I don't think anyone really takes it. They all kind of assume that Rue's not going to remember them, I think now.
Yeah, I feel like Wish Sugar told me some like inside tea on it. Like he just did not like the impersonation at at all. I mean, obviously didn't know who I am, clearly. But they said he really just hates like anything like young influencer. Like he does not like that. And he just didn't get it. He said he got like actually kind of mad with Sugar. Like it didn't translate as much on TV because I was like waiting for it because I did the collab before the episode aired. And like, yeah, he was kind of getting like annoyed, like really upset with me and stuff like that. And so I was just like, oh, so I don't know. I just remember watching and being like, oh, but yeah, I guess Rue just wants Joan Rivers, and it's like, okay,
I feel like he likes the old glamorous
A Golden Girls.
Hollywood. And
Yeah. Michelle Visage has always been really nice to me. She's always said really nice things. On the after show with Sugar, she said really nice things. Even on the judging, she goes, Trisha paid it. So she seemed to like know who I was, which is good. And also like, she's always been nice to me. I don't know, maybe we have like the same glam people. She's always been really nice, which again, you wouldn't think. Like, I feel like Michelle would like hate me, but she's always been super nice.
You should definitely be a judge on it.
I would love to. Yeah. JoJo Siwa was. I mean, I guess JoJo's gay coded. I don't know if I am, but I was like, not gay coded. She is gay, I guess.
But you would also be a chaotic guest judge because you would just be like, so, OMG, love. Like you would talk a million miles per hour.
I love
like,
all of it. When the guest judge has something to critique, I'm like, first of all, nobody knows you, first of all. Second of all, it's like, what? They just were like killing it. And they're like, I just didn't love like the outfit. I would love everybody because honestly, it's all impressive to me. I'm just like, wow, it's so good. I would love to be a judge too. I'll wear a little unicorn onesie on there. I'm just not good at one-liners. You'll have to come be my writer.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You think they tell them, though? They probably write for them because there's no way they're that witty.
Ross Matthews is definitely writing his own little, because his jokes are all very, like, gay and, like, very Rossy.
I liked him. Then,
Me
they
too.
lose weight and then they get, like, not funny anymore.
I know.
It always happens. No offense. I mean, honestly, like, if I lost weight, I probably wouldn't be as funny or relatable either. I'll just be, like, another skinny hot bitch. And honestly, I'd rather be that. But it is true. When people lose weight, you kind of do lose a little bit of the funny. I know Jonah Hill would be very mad at me saying that, but, like, it's true. Like, I don't know. So don't get too skinny on FAUZEMPIC. You want to lose like 40, 60 pounds? I'm like, no, first of all, you're perfect. Definitely not 40 pounds. You wanted to be 160, and I was like, that's literally Michael Jackson's dying weight.
Was skinniest. I want to be like 180, 180,
Oh my
190.
God, that's too skinny. Because you're tall too, and you're strapping.
I'm not tall. I'm 5'8", which
Are
is
you?
like, yeah.
I guess that originally, but then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should say 5'10", because I thought 5'8", but people get so
No,
offended.
I'm pretty short.
It's not short though.
I did start FAUZEMPIC. I am kind of a sellout. I'll admit it. I'm a little bit of a sellout.
I love
the
that you admit
opportunity
it.
arose. And it was, Ozempic proper is really expensive. FAUZEMPIC a little bit more affordable, yeah, and accessible. So I just started. I'm only on not even a week in, but
You said you kind of felt a little nausea.
yeah, like it almost like a sour stomach. Almost, I feel like is a good way to explain it. Like my brain is like, oh, I should eat because it's like lunchtime or dinner time, but then it's like I go to eat something and it's like, oh, I actually don't want to eat. It's pretty wild. So I don't know how you would feel about it, but
I go back and forth. We literally had, I like serious talk about this because literally like 3 or 4 people I've talked to in the past, like everyone's on Ozempic, everyone. And they'll like not say it, whatever, and I get it, but it's just like, I just gotta do it. Like, it's just like, that is the one thing, and it's the one thing that I need help with, which is like feeling full. And because it's like it's true. I don't eat like that bad. Obviously I do fast food for like the internet and stuff like that, but I don't eat like that normally. And so it's just like that feeling, and I'm kind of really want to do it. But I did say, let me just try the gym first, because I really haven't gone to the gym. So I'm like, maybe I'll try. I don't know though. Everyone's so skinny, and I just want to be on this like bandwagon. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not fair, but it's like at the same time, whatever. People are doing it. I guess I should do it. Oprah admitted to be on weight loss medication.
Literally every single
I know.
everyone, even people who are skinny, you find out are on it, and you're like, oh my God, I guess it really is just like everyone's freaking doing it.
I know.
But at least you have a good cushion because you have a few months where you're gonna be pregnant, so you can see if anyone else has like bad after
That's
effects.
what he was saying. He's like, we'll have some time to see what happens.
Yeah, I was like, there's really no rush because you first have to go through, pregnancy, then after that to kind of recover.
Yeah, your body has to.
So you definitely don't want to mess with your body at that point.
Oh,
I
no.
still think it's not. I don't know. It's hard because you know how every once in a while there's like suddenly everyone is doing something. I usually don't jump on that.
He thinks the government's trying to like jack us. You know what I mean?
No, not government. No, there's a pharmaceutical company that's making billions of dollars right now.
But you don't think it's bad?
Everyone is using it.
But you don't think there's ill intention?
I think it's probably good for a few people, not for everyone.
That's what I'm saying. I think for me, I'm like so ideal. Like I'm overweight, like probably pre-diabetic.
Like I think
sure.
they really made it for people with diabetes.
It runs in my family. That's not a brag, but I have like seriously, my Uncle Joe passed away when I met you. He was diabetic.
If let's say 2-3 years from now we see that it's safe and everyone is fine with it, I would say do it.
Not 2 to 3 years.
What's the rush? There's no
you
rush.
have some time at least, but at least where I went, you had to be a certain like BMI.
I mean, I'm definitely there.
Yeah, I was too. So I was like, okay, work. So that also made me feel better because it wasn't just like any old like.
Yeah, you were like
skinny.
a candidate. Which is I don't know if that's a flex either. But
I know.
I am. I'm like actually I am overweight and I actually have diabetics in my family. So Anyways, well,
We'll see. I'll be the
excited
test
for you.
subject. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, some people have been on it for so long, and I'm like, sure, it's fine. And I actually am like happy for people who do. I just like, as someone who's not on it, you're just like,
I know. That's what I was feeling left out. I was like,
Yeah.
my God, I keep seeing like friends who started in summer when I really wanted to get on it, and they look
so
like,
good.
shoot.
So many people I've seen are just like they look so good. And yeah.
But I can't go extreme with it. If you see me getting too skinny, you have permission to call me out because I don't want to
Right.
be
Getting bobblehead.
Yeah.
Everyone is like Oprah. I mean, that's what it is. Some people, and they say that, like, some of these celebrities are like, they don't know that their head's too big for their body. And that's for sure me. I want to be 100 pounds, but I already have a big head.
You
So it's
cannot.
like, no, I would look like Star Jones. Remember when she lost all that weight? That would literally be me. And again, good for them. But I just, I mean, I would love to lose like 50 pounds.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
think like that's fair, I think. I want to
Yeah.
lose like, 30, maybe 35.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
I know. Well, I can't wait to see your results and how you feel on it and stuff like that. I think it's
I
exciting.
know.
That's fun. It's super fun to like start. Like I know I'd be like so excited. It is like it is frustrating. Like of course I love being pregnant, but it's like it's frustrating when you're pregnant. Everyone's being skinny. And you're like, well, let me just have another bowl of pasta. You know.
But you can have like free Ozempic kind of because you get full really fast.
It's
So,
so true. Yesterday I would have like one little thing of lasagna. Well, that was a big lasagna, but usually I have two big lasagnas, and I was actually kind of full. And I told everyone wanted to go get another piece. I'm like, you can just get like a sliver of it, and he brought this big one. I just had like a little bit because I was actually full. It was weird. So I'm finally at that. I think it's at that stage now where it's once I get like third trimester, like 6 months, and I start getting really full because everything's just like so tight, and it's actually insane. I eat like one bite and I'm full. It's the best feeling.
see, so you're getting like a biological like head
Biological
start.
epic.
Yeah.
I know. And then when I had the baby, I lost so much weight. I remember I was like 209 at one point last year, and I started the pregnancy at 226, and when I gave birth, I was 250, and literally like within a month, I was down to 209, and I wasn't doing anything different. It was weird. I lost my appetite after birth. I like couldn't eat a lot. It was the most bizarre thing, but it was great.
Your taste buds changed.
Yes.
Like things tasted metallic to her and stuff like
Whoa.
that.
That's what it
So,
was.
yeah.
Everything. You made these potato cheesy taquitos, which that's what I lived on in my whole pregnancy. And even like 2 days after I gave birth, and it literally was like metal. I was like I just
Oh
wanted to
my
like,
God.
yeah,
Did
it was
it
weird.
go back or do you still
Yeah, it went
have
back
it? Oh, okay.
eventually. Got gained the weight back, but I was so excited because it was cool because I could eat like a little bit and I'd just be like full or whatever. And I was like, wow, I really am losing so much weight. And everyone said that too. I was like, wow, I'm gonna be under 200 pounds. And I think I got to like 204. And then the Sprite cranberries happened, and I started drinking those, and it just became a whole thing. But I know. It's such a crazy thing. I don't know. Seeing everyone knows that. I think just hearing it too. We've heard it so much from people lately that I'm just like,
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone that walks into this house off the record tells
yes.
us.
Not off the record. Don't put that part in there. You
What?
can't say everyone. Not everyone. A lot of people.
Okay, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating. I
being, like,
included a few
off the record.
Postmates and a few Uber drivers in there. I'm exaggerating.
Anyways, but I love that you admit it. Honestly, I would. If I was on Ozempic, you guys would be the first to know.
I would just feel fraudulent if like I didn't. admit
Yeah.
it, you know what I mean? Like
Same.
I'm
All of a sudden, I'm
like-
100 pounds. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know what happened. It's wild. Those kind of people, I'm like, come on. And that's why I love that Oprah recently admitted that she was on
Yeah.
it. Because earlier this year, she was like really against it. And now she's like, yeah, I use weight loss medication.
how embarrassing though if I announce today I'm on FAUZEMPIC and then like in 3 months I get bigger. It's like oh.
That would so be me. But some people, I don't know if they're using it wrong, but some people I know truly in my personal life, like it doesn't work for them. So I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe some people, it just affects your body different. Some people maybe don't feel full or something.
Yeah.
Because I do know some people it doesn't work. Just one, but I don't know if they took it right. I don't know. It could be a whole
Maybe there is a placebo one, out there.
that makes you
Yeah.
feel like it.
Yeah, because if I give you one today and tell you that's what it is, you'll feel it.
No,
Just
that's not
that
true.
Placebo is like that, yeah.
I get that to some degree, but I don't think with food, I'm not gonna like. Even if I was on Ozempic, I feel like I'd be the one person still hungry. I'd probably be like, I'm still want to eat. I'll still shove it in. Like that's how I was last night after the one lasagna. I was like, okay, I guess I'll have like another piece, and I was like so full. Ugh.
I did feel very Trish coded last night because my boyfriend made pasta too, and he was like telling me to go get more. I'm like, oh, I can't. I'm just so stuffed. I can't.
Skinny legend. What
Yeah.
kind of pasta was it?
Just spaghetti.
Just plain, no sauce.
Spaghetti with meatballs and like marinara.
I
Yeah,
had a little bolognese last night too.
I love that. For
That's
us.
right. That's bolognese, like ground beef, and yeah, you kind of.
I was extra Trish coded because
Oh.
while I was eating said pasta, I watched The Idol.
Oh, you.
No
oh,
way.
oh,
Wow.
oh.
Well, that's how
First-
you watch the Idol.
I had to stop eating lasagna watching The Idol because I was feeling so fat watching that show. I was like, Lily
That's true,
Rose is
they're all-
so tiny. Okay, let's get into it. Should I show?
Oh,
should I show that?
Yeah, do you want me to pass it to you?
Yeah, this finally came in. I was like, well, I already said the whole note, so it's fine. This is my highlight of 2023. Oh my God, could you imagine waking up to your visualize this, everybody. If you're manifesting the weekend in your DMs, here's your Here's your visualization board. I got this just to visualize this over and over again happening. And I am not kidding. Okay, so this was the original one. Thank you, Oscar. I call you Moses. Thank you, Oscar, for blurring out. He did that within minutes. It was so great. This was just, wow, seeing Abel in the DMs. I got this printed, I'm not kidding, the same day. The same day it came in. Who's in my DMs again? Abel at the top of my DMs. It was like 6 in the morning when I woke up, but he DM'd me at 6:30 p.m. I was like, what? Visualization is so real. Not only was he in my DMs, he liked my photo of me in Malibu. And people said it on there too. They're like, not the Weeknd liking this photo. So random. I don't know if it's him. I'm not going to say it's him. I'm going to pretend it's him. I don't know. The first one I think was him. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. But, the second one I think maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was his team. I don't know. The like on the photo, I'm still going to just pretend it's Abel. I'm like, was he just there? Like, go. And he doesn't follow me. So that's even cooler because he's like searching and then like, let me like this photo. I was amazed. I was literally told Malibu I was playing with her that morning and I was just like, oh my God, the Weeknd liked your photo. And she started clapping. I should have recorded it, honestly. There's so many moments I should record. She started clapping like, yeah, just so excited. But I got that like the day he DM'd me, the 6:30 p.m. DM, that was there that day, but I just didn't check my DMs because there's no way, no one's in my DM. So I was just like, oh my God, not again. And I was just so.
Oh yeah, because it was again, she saw that he hearted a photo. Because this is the long one. Yeah, she sent him a long one with all the photos and all the text.
Oh, that's it.
So there was a heart on it. And I was like, open it. What did he heart? Maybe he said he liked that you said thank you. Maybe he liked a specific photo. Maybe he liked the one when you told him to come to the podcast. You know?
He kept telling me to open it. It was during breakfast time, and I'm making waffles, and I'm like, no, I want to savor it. Just seeing that it liked the message a lot matters. I didn't. He liked a couple. He liked a couple photos. I don't think he liked the "Will you come on my podcast" part. I don't know that specifically.
No, but the big surprise was there was another text.
There was another message, which I feel like I might keep that to myself. I think I might keep it low key because now at this point we're like pen pals. We are DM buddies. There was a lot in there. There's a lot more in there. Again, I can't confirm. This one maybe sounded a little more like management, maybe. But I think it's like common, that they just share the Instagram, like celebrities will get on their posters. He kind of knew Kitten. And did you see that? Oh, so you're following it now too. You're like, yes. Mo was like, I think he maybe put that for you to talk about. I'm like, yeah, he probably did. He was like, Trish, talk about this on Just Trish. It did look so cute. I don't even like cats. I actually really dislike cats. And but I was like, oh, honestly, I want to go meet that cat. It was so cute. He also has a really big dog that I didn't know about. I'm like terrified of big dogs. He's like what is it, like a Doberman or Rottweiler or something crazy. And I was like, well. Anyways, I was super excited. So he did DM me. I'm gonna be cool, and I'm gonna keep it tight-lipped.
That's what I'm saying. We opened the door to having that relationship.
I know. So you can trust me, Abel, and your team. I will say there may be an exciting project that I might be involved in.
That's a good
I don't really know fully the details. They not him, a different account that's like associated with the Weeknd team, DM me, and I had missed the DM, and it was actually for a Fortnite thing, and I don't know what I was going to do with that. But then they're like, we have this other project, which sounds even more up my alley. So I don't know. Fingers crossed, everybody. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know I'm beaming. I'm just like, the fact that even happened, I'm just like, the fact that he liked my photo with my daughter, I was just like, life is made. Life was so beautiful that day, and it has been ever since, where I truly choose not to look at anything negative. Like, I couldn't even look at comments that day. I was like, I'm just gonna ride this high, and I've been riding it, and I feel so amazing.
And you can't come down because it just keeps happening. So.
That's what it is. It was like a week later, and I had showed the TikTok of my craziness, like posting all these photos, and then I think it might have been Daniel Prater was like, oh, sis, you got to like control it. Like, he's not going to come on the podcast that way. And I was like, well, sis, look, he literally liked those photos, which gave me so much validation because I did feel a little crazy. But I was like, the chance of him seeing this or whatever, like, who cares? You know what I mean? But it was very cool. I was so excited. It's literally made there's nothing else. Like, I don't want anything for Christmas. That's all I could ever ask for. So the chance of him coming on the podcast seemed a little slim because he doesn't do interviews, but you never know.
You can at least like go to him for something and just have like a chat.
A TikTok?
I don't know if it'd be like 2 hours, but like at least
3 hour podcast with the Weeknd.
At least like maybe a 30-minute little
just playing with his cats and his big dog that I'm scared of.
It's like Donny Osmond. We'll do the same. Like Donny Osmond,
Go on location. Moses with the 3 cameras.
Yes, literally.
But if he will do an interview, I feel like be with you because you're such a safe space for him. And people that don't do interviews want that. They want a place where they know.
I love a safe space for Abel.
Yeah.
can just be open. I think that would be. I really would just talk about the Idol. Let's talk about the Idol because Idol that was my gateway to him. It's everything I love about him.
I mean,
Okay.
when you said that he was DMing you, like I had a flashback to like sitting here in July and you didn't even know his name was Abel.
No, I didn't know. I was like, Abel. Oh my gosh. Okay, and now here we are.
You're friends now.
We
which
are
is
friends at
crazy.
this point, for real. Okay, so you watched. Okay, you told me. You just tell me you watched. I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
First of all, I was already a little disappointed. You said you only watched the first 2 episodes.
I only watched the first 2, but I'm gonna continue. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping at all. Yeah,
When
yeah.
you said first 2, I was like, okay.
No, I started the first 2 this weekend. I finished the second one on the elliptical today.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
which was the first one I watched in the comfort of my own home on the big screen. I even took a editor's note, put the photo in. I took a photo of the screen as proof that I was
Why
watching
did
the
you
Idol.
post it? Because I posted my little Hunger Games
I know, and I
movie
posted it as a
for you.
response, but I was like, I don't know if this is too much. And I kind of wanted it to be a surprise, but
I literally did it for you. I was like, look, I'm watching this again. Because we watched third and fourth.
that's when I saw your ranking of the Hunger Games movies. I was like, shoot, I have to watch the Idol now.
We're gonna go back and watch the first, but let's go to the
Okay,
Idol.
I will say
This episode is literally just like a recap. It's kind of a recap of 2023 because we talked
Yeah,
about
it's true.
RuPaul. Okay, here we go.
I was kind of like gagged that it got so much hate because I was like, this actually is not a bad show. Lily Rose Depp, first of all, she is so good. Like she gets lost in the role. Like I'm totally believing that she is this pop star, this troubled, mentally ill pop star who's like grieving and going through so much.
Yes, me. Mentally ill pop
And
star.
I'm also watching it through the lens that the Idol is based on you. So I think that also adds like an element, you know? I'm like, wow. Like
It's
I was
so
already
good.
imagining, I was like, which character am I like in this like cinematic
Ooh, which
universe?
character are you?
Is her name Dee? Is like
The kind of like her manager girl.
who's like hyping her up and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
comforting
yeah.
her and stuff. I feel like
Yes.
that's me.
Okay.
If you're Jocelyn, that's me. Because I'm
Okay.
like,
But no, I wouldn't say you haven't gotten to. Okay, you're only 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe yeah. I could see those other ones, but okay.
yeah, that could change. That's
Yeah.
only my
Just the
experience
hype,
with the first
of
two.
it all. Yeah.
because she's breaking down. Everyone's like on her Jocelyn's ass, but you know Dee is like encouraging her, like, no, like you got this, you can do it. You go out there and show them who you are. You know?
Okay, yeah. But I also think of you as like Hari Neff's character, who's like the interviewer.
Oh my god,
you know,
you're actually so
Like,
right.
let's
Yeah, because
let's dive into this.
yes, and she always pauses the interview to like in the big first episode, at least
Yeah.
pauses to give
Yes.
Jocelyn like some encouragement. You know, that
I can
also
see that too. But both.
yes,
Okay, I see both.
love that.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like surprised that people hated it so much, or that I got so much flack because Lily Rose Depp is like so. Everyone's performances are very good in it.
Yes.
But Lily Rose Depp, I'm like, she should get nominated for something. She's so good.
Yeah, I'm shocked at that because she is such a good actress. Like you forget that her dad's Johnny Depp and all this. Like, you're just like, yeah, I loved it. And the first 2 episodes actually, it took me a minute to get into it. So I'm surprised that you say that after. Like I liked it, but I was like, that you said that after first 2 episodes is like really big.
Yeah, and I'm just a freak. Yeah, I've been singing that to myself all day long.
It's such a good song. Also, Freaky put my song in there too because that's literally my song, which I don't hate. Again, not trying to sue, but like, you know, put me in the season 2 or something like that. I could be Jocelyn's mom with the hairbrush.
But I will say, I watched episode 2 on the elliptical, and that one gets. I mean, the first one kind of racy. Episode 2, I was like, because. Tedros is really in episode 2, and he gets all kinds of.
Oh right, because they meet at the end of episode 1. Yes, I have to rewatch it.
So I had to I was on the elliptical, and I'm like looking around. I'm like covering the screen at some parts, fast forwarding.
Are you in public? Are you
yes, I just put my phone on the elliptical. I'm just like do. I'm like, oh my god! Like I'm not approved, but I was like, oh shoot!
That's what I'm saying. It's so embarrassing almost. I'm like, wow.
And I could imagine my AirPod falls out and then it just starts blaring on my speaker the Weeknd saying like, show me your tight little. I'm like, oh.
I love it. I like that. It's just like funny to hear it out loud.
Yeah.
No, when Tedros says out loud. Oh.
I'm like, oh my god. But so that's the one part I kind of have to skip through those scenes a little bit.
Wait,
but
really? You actually skipped it? Those are my fave.
It's just like it's very intense, and maybe in public. Maybe that's why I really.
I know you need to watch it at home with you.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
But I like it so far. It's Jenny from Blackpink is so good in it.
That storyline does get a little cray.
I'm
It gets a little
excited.
crazy. Yeah, their song, one of the girls, is like trending right now on Spotify. It's so weird.
Yeah, I saw it last week. I think it reached a new high on Spotify. So I'm like,
literally,
the Trish effect. Yeah,
I really think so. Because like what? Because even most like it just recommended it to me on Spotify, and I was just like, that's so weird. Like it has. Anyways, I'll take the credit for it, but because it really is making this like surge, just like comeback, and it's so good.
It's like the Idol Renaissance is like really underway right now, which is crazy. I feel like maybe HBO Max might have to like
bring it back. Could you imagine? It's like, actually, we'll do a season 2.
they bring it back from the
I
dead.
have to be in it. Oh my gosh. It would be crazy. The story gets so good too because it takes so many turns. And the final episode is like, oh, amazing. Like there were supposed to be 6 episodes and it only ended up being 5. And I was like, I want to see like the 5th. Like, I don't know why they cut it. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. It takes so many turns. I think ultimately it's a feminist show. You'll like get with me at the end of it, I feel. I think ultimately it is. Everyone's like, it's misogynistic, it's this. I'm like, Joss is like a boss bitch, but she's kind of like gets to be in her feminine energy with like Tedros because he is like so controlling. So she's kind of like loves it because someone else is like in control. So you think, no spoiler alert, but you know, like that's what I loved about it. I was like, oh.
Jocelyn's not just down bad, like she's down horrendous
Oh,
for Tedros.
Yes.
How do you pronounce it? Tedros?
Tedros.
Tedros.
Tedros. I love Tedros. You know that club scene where she meets him? That's his house.
Oh,
The
really?
whole thing is his house.
Oh,
you can actually see it in the
wow.
picture where he's holding the cat. You can kind of see the doors, but that big swinging door in front, it's all his. Because they shot The Idol completely different with the female director, and then when they came in, they changed it, and I don't know if it's like budget or what. I don't know what happened, but he's like, come shoot at my house, and like literally at the house that he lives in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is like wild. I was like, was he staying there where they filmed that? Like, I mean, that bed looked amazing. Like Jocelyn's bedroom, I was just like, oh my god, like. Yeah.
So luxe. Like, that was a rich...
We should do a tour there for our Patreon of the Idol house. That would be so fun. We just
The
like toured.
Idol Museum.
That would be so fun. Maybe I'll DM Abel.
Yeah.
Be like, can we come film a
do a
little house
tour?
tour? Oh God, my dream still, my visualization is still seeing him dressed as Tedros, like doing an interview of some sorts. It's just such a masterpiece. I just don't understand. Like,
I love it.
It's so good. I tried to find the painting, the very opening shot of her in the red robe with the painting behind her. I literally DM'd the artist, and he's like, "Oh, it's like a one of a kind for Abel, but I can make." I was like, "Oh man!" I almost had Moses like paint a replica, but I'm like, I don't know if you should do that with an artist, especially ones that charge so much and unique. Because he could. It's like those little like line characters. I don't know what the rule is on that. If you like, I guess if we're not selling it, it's fine.
We can make our own version of it, different but
You just
inspired
put little
by
like
the
dents in
artwork.
it. But no, you know how like Hello Kitty, when people saw Opera and Hello Kitty, they just put like a little dent in her ear and they're like, okay, it's different. I don't know what the rule is with artists.
But it's interesting because the house was so masculine, and to think that that was actually her house. When now you think about it, it's obviously a man's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, I guess. It had some sexy elements in there though. Like the bedroom. I guess, yeah, the bed is kind of masculine and it's a big bed too. She's like naked in it. I want to be naked on film so bad for a movie, like a TV show movie. I was gonna say White Lotus, but I'm pregnant now. Also, Elizabeth Banks from Hunger Games gunning for a White Lotus role. Everyone and people were saying like after Trisha Paytas, thank you very much. The girl from Effie Trinket from Hunger Games was like petitioning to be in White Lotus 3. She was like, I want to be in it so bad. Everyone's like, yeah, after me, bitch. But man, I think I really missed the boat with that one. But I'm still holding out for Idol 2. I hope I can be in it somehow.
We're closer than ever, so...
I know. Moses is suggesting, because there is a person from the Idol. Yeah, he thinks Lily Rose will come. I mean, Love. She used to follow me on my old account.
Why don't you just DM her?
Why am I scared to DM her? I'm so scared because I'm like, she's to me like being rejected by a pretty girl. Okay, Abel doesn't see it, whatever, I get it. But being rejected by like a pretty girl is like, oh my gosh.
Well, you know she likes you at least, so that is like a...
She's serious though. She's the opposite of unserious. She's serious. She's like a serious actress.
But I think she would appreciate how much you love it.
I would just interview about the Idol.
Literally.
It'd be so good. Like it's, oh God, that would be great. Just everything about that whole experience.
Just like we had the Lost podcast, we'll have an Idol podcast.
Oh my
just
God.
bring each one
Can you
of the
build a
characters
set
from
where the oversharing chairs are?
Of course.
Let's build a
I'll
set.
just build Abel's house.
Oh my, maybe we should do it at his bed. That'd be everything. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, you should send him Bobby and Drake and be like, can we recreate that in your bed?
In the bed. Moses telling me to say, can we
Why? You
recreate
can
this
interview
in-
him. You can. I'll be there. You can interview him.
This conversation gets so off.
Excuse me. Bobby is married with kids. She
right.
just interviewed him.
The way you said it was funny. I don't know why.
Just give Oscar your password,
Yeah,
and then people
just send me in there.
wouldn't know if it's you or your team.
People think the Just Trish Instagram is you. They're always like, hi, Oscar.
Oh, really?
It's me, but I mean, I guess I should. I don't know. I don't want to give you one more thing to be responsible for. So Jenny from Blackpink would love you on.
Oh my God. I would
Just
die.
icons, Troye Sivan. Have you seen Troye Sivan yet on the show?
Yeah.
Okay,
Only
love him.
small. He hasn't had his big moment yet,
Oh,
but I
he
know
has
it's coming.
such good acting. Like, I seriously was like, I didn't know it was him. And then I looked him up. I was like, oh my God, this is like the boyfriend tag with Tyler Oakley. Like, so random. Like, so good for him, honestly. So he was there like a week before I was at Zach Sang, and they had me sign like his album cover. And it's like literally his like head between like this guy's legs.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, wow. And I'm like signing it. I was like, I don't know why I'm signing a Troye Sivan album. But I would love everybody. Oh, man. It's so good. Okay. I love that you love. So you liked it. What would you rate it?
Out of what? Out of 10?
Yeah.
Like 8.
Oh, you were gonna.
I was gonna say 7.5. I bumped it up to 8
Okay, why'd you bump it up?
because I'm here.
You had to give it an 8. I know.
Also, he hasn't finished yet. I mean,
I think
by the
it'll-
time you see the end, it's a
It
very different
does.
show when you get to the end of it.
It's such a different show. I was
Whoever
just like,
gave up in the middle made a mistake.
that's what I say too. Even the first 2 episodes, I'm like, it took me a minute to get into it, and then like I really did think I thought the same. I thought the Weeknd. I was like, oh, like creepy. Like I don't like. I literally said that. I was like, I don't like this person like at all. And then I got like so into it. You know what I mean? So it flipped me in all the ways. It's so good. I love that you watched it. Thank you for watching. I can't wait. Oh man, I have to wait till next year to figure out how this. You better have watched it by then. We'll watch the next. You said the next Hunger Games comes out tomorrow on streaming.
Yeah, so we'll have to come back and recap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need to know. Because I actually love the Hunger Games. I would have given this Catching Fire 10 out of 10. Third one, or I don't know, it's like the third part 1, Mockingjay part 1, definitely 0 out of 10. And Moses Wilker, it was so boring. Like
I know,
nothing
it's
happened.
slow.
Nothing. There was nothing visual, nothing progressed. I'm like, what is the point of this movie? Like, it was so bad. And the only reason we watched part 2 is because I read the spoilers. I had to. I'm like, I have to see if there's anything that happens. And luckily, a lot happens, but only in the last 30 minutes. So the last 30 minutes, I give 10 out of 10. And the first half of that was kind of boring, too. I don't know. It could have gone so much quicker. Those little things that jumped out, and this is a spoiler alert. There's like these things that kill Finnick in the sewer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where did those come from? And what are they? Like, the Star Wars, all of a sudden, when they just like invent characters. I was like, what the heck are these things? It was weird, right? You thought the same thing. You're like, where did these people come from? Why is this?
Why do they even exist? Or
Why
part
do they
of the
exist?
story?
Why would we
or-
believe it?
You see how those creatures are created in the Rachel Zegler one. You see
Oh.
you see the scientist who like is creating all these creatures.
All I saw with Finnick when he was dying is I kept thinking of Joey Graceffa. That's why we started watching I want Joey Graceffa on, but only if the entire tributes can come on. That's with Megan Camarina, Luke Connard, and Joey Graceffa. I want all of them. I need to know exactly what was going through their head when they filmed the tributes. How did they get it? What was the budget? How did they do the Tracker Jack CGI? Was that bees? Was that CGI? Like, it was good editing. I thought so for real until the fight at the end between Luke and Joey. Didn't believe it quite as much, but we know. And who were they supposed to be? It was clear the girl was Katniss because she had the bow and arrow and the braid. But like, how come they didn't dress like a part?
Well, it was also before the movie, so they were going based off the book.
Oh. So who
they were
was-
kind of going in blind a little bit.
Okay, I got it. So
Yeah, they didn't have like
not Moses being a hater. He was such a hater. I was stopped because I was recording this. I was like, oh, this is so good. He's like, is it? I was like, oh my God, like I'm recording this. I had to like stop.
Because we watched it right after the movie, and
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
did.
"Wait a minute, where are the costumes?
wait, we
Where
gotta watch
nothing
it and
looks
show
like the
you."
movie?"
Okay, that makes sense. So who were they supposed to be?
I think Gail and Peta. I'm assuming Joey was Gail.
But Gail wasn't in the Hunger Games.
I think they had to take some like loose interpretation.
But the song was literally called The Arena. And
yeah.
Gail was not in the arena.
I know. So I
And
guess
Luke was supposed to be Peta, little Peta. In the book, was he big?
I guess you'll have to sit down and ask him about this music video that came out 12 years ago.
I want to know so bad. Because, like, look, it's actually not bad. Like, it's something I would totally do. I think that's fun. They got a bunch of their friends around. I'm just like, so, like, the song, so literal. This game's been played before 73 times 1. The faster you die, the faster you lose. Like, literally just describing the book. So, and then I think it's Joey's part, like, children's wielding weapons, making short of, I was like, literally just like saying, but were they enemies or are they friends? We're gonna find it out somehow. Boom, boom. The arena. Who's doing that vocal? The arena. It's very Gabby Hanna Monster, and not in a bad way, but I could see her being in on that.
She's like doing secret background vocals.
The arena. Who's doing that part? Do you
I
know?
have no idea.
Gotta figure that part out. Did Luke? It says composed by Luke. Like he made this song.
Yeah, remember he used to be about that. He was making songs for everyone back.
I
in the
remember
day.
it. I like again. This was like 10 years ago. When he was not as popular as he was, he did a video talking about how I asked him to write a song for me. I was like, okay, just trying to like before I ever did
Oh my
music.
God.
Yeah, I was like, okay, exposing me, but now we're exposing you. He's like, actually, Trisha asked me to write a song, and I was like, I did, and you never responded. So thanks.
I only know him really. He did Miss Glamorazzi, Ingrid's like Vlogmas song. Do you remember that? I'll vlog every day till Christmas for you.
That was everything. Because
Yeah.
they like dated, right?
Yeah, they were a couple. Wow, where's
It's
Ingrid
crazy.
at?
I know. She kind of left. She did a goodbye video.
Yeah.
She's like, bye. And I kind of live for that. One day when I win the lottery, I'll be like, bye. But also see you in a week when I'm in Italy on my yacht. Because I probably would like think, okay, I'm gonna just peace out from the internet, but I think I would just be so rich I wouldn't care, so I'm just gonna post. I'll be like, I'll be that rich person just posting whatever. One day, maybe doing the tributes. Maybe it will be the tributes. You didn't get a role in that, which I think is bullshit. Because I told Moses he didn't know what Strawberry looked like. I'm like, that's Strawberry. That's who he worked for. You should have been in on that. Because were you working for her at the time?
Actually, maybe 2012 is when I started working.
And you said it's before the movie came out, so it must have been around there.
It probably was around then. Yeah.
Do you think they made that music video in hopes that like the producers of the movie would see it?
I honestly think, especially in Joey's head, I think that was probably 'cause
totally.
He was in his bag back then. Like he was like the heartthrob kind of guy on
definitely,
YouTube.
yeah.
So
he's like, this
makes sense.
They're gonna. I think that that's what here. I'm like, maybe the idol will see every time. Anything I do is for that. I'm like, they'll see this and this will happen. I love it. I love the Delulu of it all. That's kind of everything because that's me. But it could happen. Like there are people. Oh, like Taylor Lautner's wife, Taylor Lautner, she was like a Twilight fan. And I was like, wow, she like, made that happen. You know? And I think that's kind of everything. So sometimes you have to be Delulu in life. I love it so much. I don't know. It's so exciting to me, that whole thing. I loved it for them. It's just so funny. So, but I like the Hunger Games. They were good. I like Effie. I love Woody Harrelson. Oh, because we were talking about for our Hunger Games episode, you said someone DM'd you.
Yes, Glimmer.
Joshua Hutcherson.
Yeah, that's exactly Josh Hutcherson.
Who did he play?
What?
Who did he play? Yeah.
PETA?
You said, yeah, because you're like, he's in my DMs. He wants to come on the show. I'm like, which one was he?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Who was he?
No, the girl. She was in the first one.
Oh, the PETA.
No.
You said the blonde.
The blonde girl.
You're supposed to go with me.
Oh my god! Because you forget everything, so I couldn't tell if you genuinely forgot.
I'm a stan now. I'm a Josh Hutcherson stan. Like the third one, the only parts I went to was his parts. I'm like, I just want to see him. Everyone else I don't care about.
I couldn't tell if you literally just forgot what I said.
Hello.
I know.
I would love Josh Hutcherson on.
Love little Joshua. You know, someone, have you seen that meme of him, like that whistle meme? He was at a baseball game, I think. A sports game, I should say, just in case. And someone was like, Josh, have you seen the meme? And he's like, no, I'm not on the internet. I'm afraid of it.
Oh.
So
well, safe space here in Just Trish. Tell them that Trish is the biggest influencer that loves the Hunger Games.
If you gotta go anywhere.
Yes. Oh, I would love it. Dress as like you would be Katniss and I'm Effie. And you're Caesar Flickerman.
Halfway through, we switched cosplays to FNAF.
Oh my God. Yes. Who would you be from FNAF? Would you be Freddy again? No, we have to change it up.
Yeah, we definitely have to change it up. I don't know. I would definitely, maybe Foxy, because I did have that costume as a backup.
Okay.
So.
I would be Matthew Lillard. In the yellow bunny with the head off. That would be, oh my God, that'd be so everything.
Yeah, we need to get you in FNAF 2 as well. So we have to talk to Josh about that.
That's definitely going to happen. Holly Madison manifested that for me on TikTok. She was, if you're not in the second one, I'm boycotting. So I was like, thank you for that. She also manifested the idol when I had the red robe on in a picture. She goes, this gives Jocelyn vibes. And that was before I was like, yes. So she manifested that too.
She's powerful. Yeah.
Holly is all powerful. We love her so much. God, do you think he would come on? You said he's not on social media. We just have to know somebody that knows him. How old is he? He's young, or my age, maybe.
92. He was born, so 31 now.
How old was he when he did the movies?
He was, I think, 21.
Isn't that wild? This makes me, like, hate myself. I'm just like, at 20, you're in these huge movies. Like, what was I doing at 20? Like, nothing. I wasn't even doing the arena with the tributes. Like, I was doing nothing. Oh man, that makes me, it makes me sad when I see all these young people getting such like huge roles. Like, wow, that's so amazing. I mean, Hunger Games is huge. I would have loved to have filmed those movies. Like, I would have loved to be someone in those movies because it just looks exciting to film, like going through tunnels and stuff. And
I remember someone from my high school was a tribute in the first movie, and I was so jealous, even though he didn't have he died like right away. So
in the Hunger Games though? Oh, but that's
Isn't
huge.
That everything?
Oh wait, you never even said who DM'd. That's everything. We could get him on the show, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
He died right away. Like didn't even show him out like in the sky afterward. That's how like little.
Oh, why did they show everyone?
Like I think they cut to like Jennifer Lawrence's face when he would
that
have
was
the show.
I'm getting ready.
And then it's like
boom, boom. It's just that. We didn't get to the Hunger Games in the first one. We stopped somewhere because I was like, I hate this. But we'll watch it now because I actually missed the Hunger Games in the third and fourth one, the Mockingjay one. I was like, oh, I kind of wish there was like something happening, you know? So yeah, well, maybe we'll go back and watch it, and we'll watch the Rachel Zegler one, of course, because I'm a Snow fan. I loved Snow in the last one. So loved. He's so daddy. He looked and like you guys. I don't know. He had some like charm to him. He's a little when he was like being all like spoiler alert when he's like up on the about to get
executed.
Yeah, he has a little charm to him. He has a little swag. He's just like looking like little blood coming out of his mouth. That part was so good because I cannot stand that gray-haired bitch. What's her name? I I cannot stand her. I couldn't stand her from the beginning.
President
Boring.
Coin?
Yeah, President Coin, who like self-appointed herself. She's like, interim president. And he's like, for how long is this interim? Like, she goes, well, until people can like vote. And I was like, this girl, like, I could not stand her. And I love that part. That part was so good. I even knew the spoiler. I knew it was coming, but it still was like, yeah.
Mockingjay, may your arrow fly high. Straight to the chest.
Good. And then Candace like looking at her like, yes, bitch, here it comes. Yeah, is that what she said? Is there something? I thought there was one more part to it where she's like, fly high in your truth or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
something
so
like that.
good. Oh, and she had such a good aim. I was like, yes, girl. Could you imagine she missed? I guess she doesn't miss. I guess that's the whole point of Katniss. So good. Gail turning out to be a little bitch too. I was like, oh my God. Like he knew that was all happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Killed her sister.
Oh yeah, that was easy choice. Like, not you. I never liked him. Ever since what he did to Miley Cyrus. You remember that one at the red carpet? And she's like, like, get away. You know, I just think he has some ick to him. In the DMs, you said someone said they'd come on from the Hunger Games. Sorry, I messed up here. Because it was a good reveal. Now it seems not as exciting, but it is exciting.
No, but she played Glimmer, which I think you'll like her when you see her because she's like the pretty blonde one. And her death is like a really big death, too. She has like a moment. Yeah.
What is it? Spoil it. I love
spoiler alert
yes.
for the Hunger Games 1 from 2011.
I love a spoiler.
Katniss drops Cracker Jackers on her and she gets stung and then her body like blows up basically. She gets all swollen.
Wow.
And Katniss has to rip the bow and arrow. She steals the bow and arrow from her hands and she's dead, so she breaks her fingers off to.
Wow.
Still,
Love it. Oh, I want her on. Let's get her on.
I mean, I'll respond to her.
I love
now.
that she DM'd you. Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God. I was gagged.
Were you?
Yeah, because I love the Hunger Games. Like,
yeah. You're like, okay, yes. I would love to just know how people even get into those movies. Like, how did your friend get into it? Do you know?
I don't know. His family is like very in Hollywood. Like his sister, who I also went to high school with, is Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory. She's like her stunt double on literally every show she does.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So they do stunt double work. So if you ever need a stunt double, you need
Kaylee Cuoco and me have the same stunt double. I love. Mine would be a man for sure. I'd have some like man being my stunt double.
It would actually be so funny if you had like a Kaylee Cuoco stunt double.
Yeah, let's interview her. I used to love Kaylee Cuoco. She was kind of everything. I don't know. Is Jennifer Lawrence's dad a director?
No, you thinking of Francis Lawrence?
Oh yeah, so at the end of the Hunger Games, like, that's how she got the part.
Not a Nepo baby, I don't think.
Okay. I didn't know. I was like, I saw Lawrence, and I was like, maybe it's good. It's honestly a good movie. I never thought I would say that. I kind of hate that I like loved it because I was like, my thing was always like, I don't even know the Hunger Games. It sounds horrible. Yeah. It's pretty good. It gets a little Harry Pottery with those goblins, you know, or whatever that was killing Finnick, but. Other than that, I feel so bad Joey never got to be Finnick. I know he wanted that so bad. It sucks. Doesn't that suck when you want something, you know you should play the part and then you don't get it? Who was even Finnick? Who's that guy?
Sam Claflin.
Is he big now or no?
He's in Daisy Jones and the Six most recently. Yeah.
Does he still look like that or he looks different?
He looks the same but skinnier. And people are mad because he got veneers. So everyone was like upset that he got veneers.
Everyone hates the veneer trend. They're all like, can you tell them they don't look good with veneers? I like people with veneers. I wish I could get mine, but Tana really does scare me with the just having that like no tooth there because you literally have to glue it in. I know I'd be a mess because I'm also eat really because she goes, I didn't know at the beginning to not eat right, but she goes, that one literally just popped out. I asked her about it. She's like, it just popped out. Like, yeah, she goes, I didn't even do anything or eat anything, and I was like, oh, that scares me because I love veneers. It looks good on people, but
she's allergic to she's allergic to something like porcelain or something. So
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's her teeth. She's allergic to it and she didn't know that. I was like, oh my God. So I think that's why. Yeah, it is wild. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know, those whole things and yeah. But people get skinny now. That's the trend. Everyone's skinny, so.
Everyone's skinny with big teeth. That's like
it's crazy. Yeah. The OG of that was Hilary Duff. Remember when she got really skinny with her she had big teeth. She looked good. I mean, I don't think those look bad. But I just know I couldn't do it because I couldn't maintain it. It's also expensive.
It's so expensive. That's why I'm like, I'll just stick to like.
Your teeth are nice. You have great teeth.
I just got Invisalign and called it a day. I love that you're drinking out of your Fast X cup. We're very current today. We're like.
This is the cup I use all the time. This is a Scream one I have. Every time I go to the movies, I always buy. That's like the Taylor Swift one I got too. I always buy whatever cup they have. And clearly nobody wanted these because this was like the only one. Like a month later, they still had them, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll get them. I think I wanted to get the Halle Bailey Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah.
Bucket, and they didn't have that. They're like, we have this, and I was like, all right.
Fine.
I never watched it. Who are any of these people? I know Jason Momoa.
My friend went ice skating with him
last
week.
What?
Yeah.
Girl or guy?
Girl.
Oh, was he? So, was it like a date?
No, she was interviewing.
And they went ice skating?
Yeah, randomly for Aquaman.
No way.
I don't know what the correlation was.
I want to interview him. Like, what do we really think about Amber Heard? Like, really? Like, there's no way you can support her being in this. Is she in the movie?
She is in the movie, yeah. Oh, no. It's coming around for her.
Oh, shit. Is she getting a redemption arc?
Yes. It's like a Rachel Zegler thing.
Oh,
like,
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
because like more stuff comes out that like then you kind of understand like the context and stuff.
Yeah, we won't judge that situation. Sorry, I'm just jumping on the bandwagon. Not her. All right, she's back. See, I don't know. I don't like to. That's all gets messy.
I know.
Sometimes I can separate like drama from the you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like you have to when you really like someone, unless they're like, I don't know. I don't know the situation. So
I know.
I don't want to defend anyone.
Everyone has like a problematic fave, I think. I feel like that's kind of normal. Like,
oh, for sure.
You know,
I'm your problematic fave.
Except you are in your like sweetheart era now.
I'm my sweetheart era, and not for nothing. Not to say I should be like redeemed for everything I've ever done, but I get it. Mine has some problematic shit. I'm not gonna take away from that. I'm just saying. I still hold to this. I've always been like a good person. Like I've never maliciously tried to bring someone down or lied about someone to bring them down. Like I can honestly say that, you know what I mean? Whether people believe it or not. Like, cause I always feel like if you like lie about something, it'll come out. So whatever I said about somebody, like there's like evidence that comes out eventually. Right? I'm trying to think. Let me think, but I really don't think so. Cause I was like, oh, it'll come out if you like lie. It always does.
And I think you were an easy scapegoat for a lot of people. Let's say that. Like, and it's funny now because I see again like all the TikToks like, oh wow, Trisha was right about this. It's like,
you know
I
what?
know. I was like,
yeah, I don't gloat about it. I don't really like. I don't even comment or interact with it. But sometimes it's just redeeming to hear like, oh yeah, this might be right.
Especially, I guess it's a good look back at the year, but like when Jeff was on it, he kind of like validated some like theories and stuff. So like seeing someone from the inside also kind of like support the fact, you know, it was like, wow.
I know. I kind of was like, oh, and he's like,
no one talked about that enough, I think. Like, but whatever.
I like to think so too. I'm not saying I was an angel either, like obviously, but to that, I think everybody probably has like some problematic stuff. But I think it was because I was so outwardly crazy and outwardly like just strong opinion, and I would go off. I mean, there was times like the Anthony Padilla where I'm just like, like so I just look insane. So it's just easy to be like, she's insane, she's this, and I think a lot of people just wrote it off as that, which I totally get. But yeah, I don't think I'm problematic anymore. Definitely not anymore. But you know, whatever.
I feel like
am I? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. And I think nowadays, like when you're like very cautious to not offend anyone, and then like so it's
I'm flip flopping. I'm like, F Amber, just kidding, we love her, but also I don't know anything about the situation. So,
but I think that just like speaks to, and it's like a genuine thing too. Like you genuinely like as you learn information are willing to like change your stance or opinion
definitely
on
that
things, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's really all you can do these days.
And people call me out like if I'm being too much of a hater. Like the one where I was dressed as the Weeknd, like, oh, you've been kind of hater. And I get it. So I was like, let me just like not be so much, because I think naturally I'm like inclined to be sometimes. And like you pointed out too, it's like sometimes we're just like harder on females. You know what I mean? Like with Rachel Zegler, you made a good point. Like Jacob Elordi talking shit about his movies. I was like, oh well, that's cute when he does it. Yeah. Anyways, what did we talk about?
I know. We're like what, like 2 hours in?
I know. Literally,
not a single hot topic.
What? We talked about Hunger Games. Also, I'm really tan because I have the wrong pantyhose on. I don't know if it looks weird on camera. Sometimes these lights blow things out, so it looks a little more color matched. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it matches the holiday vibe and colors, and
I love that.
Trust
you look good. You know, because the light blows
hand
up
compared to the leg. Just looking crazy. My hand's always the palest because I wash it so much, so it's just like no spray tan left on it. What if you get canceled for having the wrong colored leg? It's pantyhose. It's pantyhose.
Yeah. Anyway, that was our intro.
Let's get to the hot topics. We love a recap. Oh, I'll tell you who I've had it with. I want to go on the I've Had It Girls podcast. I've had it with Drew Barrymore. Okay, I get a hater card today. Only today. God, but you know what? She's kind of problematic, right? Because she was the one coming back during the writer's strike. She's like, sorry, guys, coming back on my own. So she's been a little problematic, and I feel like maybe we should just, I don't know. Couple things. One, I just saw recently, she said she doesn't buy her daughters presents for Christmas. Did you see this?
That, no.
She's like, I don't buy them presents because we go on trips and I want them to have memories. But then like literally every comment underneath, because I was like, wait, do people like agree with this? It seems odd. But literally every comment underneath is like, no, but kids like see people with a new bike. Like that's the whole point of Christmas. They want like a new present or something like that. And they don't like enjoy the experience as much as like toys as a kid. Like as a kid, you want a toy. Like I get that like later on, but she's like, yeah, I'm not buying my girls present. I'm like, is this real? Because like that's so weird. It just gives very, I don't know, like just trying so hard to, I don't know, maybe try to be relatable, or I don't know what she's trying to do, but I'm like, don't like it, don't get it. Why did she say it? Also, it's like, is she trying to be like humble, where it's like, we have all this money, I could get them gifts, but we're doing experiences instead? Unless they're just get them all year round, in which case that's not relatable. Yeah, I just get them whatever they want all year.
That's what the other thing I was thinking too. Maybe gifts are just like whatever to them because like they have everything. Maybe. I don't know.
It's just a weird thing to say. I think she just tries too hard. And specifically with her guests, did you see her with Oprah?
Yeah.
Okay. why? First of all, Oprah's like uncomfortable. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I get if she's like having a moment with someone, kind of, I guess, and she's like but Oprah, she was so uncomfortable. Specifically the one where she's like trying to like hold hands like this, and Oprah's just like, what the hell? Like, why does she do this? And why does she only do it to female guests? I saw Gary Oldman, I saw Timothée Chalamet, and I saw who's the other one? I have it written down. Keegan-Michael Key was on. Doesn't do that. Gary Oldman was sitting literally like this. She's not trying. She's kind of in his space, but kind of not. Timothée Chalamet, she's giving him space. So I was like, why is she only doing this to females? But Oprah's the most powerful, arguably, of all those people. So I was like, why is she in her space where she was Oprah's clearly uncomfortable. Like, it is what it is. That's what it is.
Well, Oprah did say that she wasn't uncomfortable, for the record. So I just
Oprah
for my
says
journalistic...
a lot of stuff. Okay, Matt, there's a lot of stuff she says that's just not real.
There's also body language. I mean, we watched
Yeah.
it. You see her body language in reaction to it.
Did she say it? That's so, oh my God, Oprah.
She did.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Oprah's kind of
TMZ
fake.
asked her about it, and she
Fake.
said, "No, I loved you. I love that. That's her thing, that she gets into it."
It was
It's
distracting.
just definitely distracting.
But why
yeah.
does she do that to every single guest that comes on? Like, she always holds her hand. She gets down on their like level with their
No,
knees.
I feel like that was maybe something. I feel like now I almost, if she like plays it up, because that's like her thing.
Someone said it. Like,
you
oh, I
know?
like that she does this.
And then now it's like a lot. I feel like maybe there's like a balance, right? I like when she does it sometimes, when she sometimes has like a moment where the other person gets emotional. And
Yes.
then it's like you hold their hands and you have like the eye contact, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't think through the whole conversation it needs to be.
No, there's one she's like on someone's like knee level, like literally hands on their knees and like rubbing them. I was like, this is so weird. And doesn't do it to the guys, which I don't like that. I feel like that is also just like double standard, whatever. Like you feel comfortable enough to do these to girls. Granted, maybe she thinks, okay, it's more sexual if I do it with a guy or something, but it's still like uncomfortable for a girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just in giving it in general, unless you're like really good friends with that person, which I'm not getting the vibe with every single person who comes on her show. You know, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm kind of over it. I'm over Drew Barrymore, and that's it.
Period. Okay.
I don't know. I just feel I kind of love that the frame of those girls' podcast, those women's podcast, is like I'm over it, just talking about something over. I used to be a hater on it, but I'm like kind of love that. Just them hating on everyone, and it's true. There's so many people I've been over, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of over it.
Not to pile on Drew Barrymore, but I have the Drew Barrymore air fryer from Walmart, and it did break. And it hasn't even been a full year yet, so.
Like, why does she have stuff in Walmart in the kitchen? First of all, air fryers. Unpopular opinion. I've had it with air fryers. I'm so over it. My mom is so obsessed with air fryers. Anything. Oh, I could put that in the air fryer. I hate air fryer. Oh my.
I love an air fryer.
Everybody, put it in the freaking oven. Like, I'm so over air
No,
fryers.
the
Everyone
oven
telling
gets,
you.
well, maybe
What?
because I have a smaller apartment, so my apartment gets hot when I turn the oven on. So I'm like, oh, I hate using the oven. I
No, when people put steak bites in their air fryer, I'm like, don't cook steak in an air
Oh,
fryer.
I never cook steak in air fryer.
Anything about it. My mom talks about the air fryer every minute, and I'm just like, I'm
I love
over it.
that.
I don't want to hear about the air fryer anymore. I don't know. It's just not my thing. People get us air fryer. I think my mom got us air. I don't want an air fryer. I don't want it. It's so weird to me that people are so obsessed with these air fryers. But Drew Barrymore, why does she have an air fryer?
She has everything. She has a knife set. She has a blender, a toaster.
To me, that feels cash grabby because there's nothing about her that screams like in the kitchen. Like Paris had like a cooking show, so it makes sense Paris Hilton has
Yeah.
it, and it's pink and it's cute. But why does Drew Barrymore? That'd be like me coming out with like, I don't know, like fitness equipment or something. Like just something so that has nothing to do with me. Like, hey guys, coming out with jalapeno line or something. Like just jalapenos in the grocery store. Like it's just weird. I don't know. I'm kind of over it. She also was saying that she wants to be in a movie with Adam Sandler, but only if like Jennifer Aniston's in it. I'm like, okay, girl. Like, what? Like Jennifer Aniston is like. I don't know. I get it. They're all iconic and they're all the thing, but she's like, I only want to be in it if Jennifer Aniston. I'm like, okay. Manifesting, I guess. I shouldn't. Maybe I'm just being a hater on that one. But just in general, I'm just like, I don't know. And the writer strike thing, all of it. I was just like, I'm over it.
Yeah, that was pretty sus. the writer's strike
2023,
thing.
I'm over it. Drew Barrymore. We love RuPaul. We love the Idol. Not Drew Barrymore. And not Kendall.
Oh yeah, Kendall and Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
We do have to get into that because
Do we? Okay.
why not?
Is there anything breaking about it? They just broke up.
They just broke up. Oh, there was source reporting on why they broke up. They were never really that serious. They didn't see themselves going long term, and their lives are so busy, so they just decided to call it off. So it was like a mutual kind of
You think it was
decision,
PR?
but
Publicity? It had to be. Because we never really saw them, did we?
they were going to games and stuff, I guess.
But the same way like Timothée Chalamet and Kylie were like at the concert together. It's like,
First, I think I started to believe it was real, and they were going on those little hikes and stuff, so that was kind of like intimate, I guess.
but again, that could
right?
be staged. You could just go, we could go on a hike and be like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't care if it was real or fake. At least knowing that it's over, I'm like, this is a good way to end the year.
Yeah, I think Bad Bunny fans are excited too because Bad Bunny's so swaggy and so cool. And they're just like, I don't know Kendall like that, but
Yeah. I see Kendall with someone boring because she's boring. So
Yeah.
someone rich and boring who I don't
Like an
care
heir,
about.
like an oil tycoon you never heard of or something like that.
go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And just like.
Just be quiet. Just be in your own boring world together. I think we're over the Kardashians this year too. If we're talking about recap, I loved the Kardashians at the beginning of the year. I was so into their Hulu show. I really love them. But man, this Tristan every episode really killed it for me.
I think I'm still kind of intrigued by Kylie. I think because she's a little bit more mysterious and she's just so pretty.
She's just pretty. I know. Well, she's pretty, so it's fine.
The whole thing with Timothy.
You think it's real?
I was gonna say my 2024 prediction.
Breakup.
Engaged.
No.
That is
No
my
way,
2024
no way.
prediction. Not married, but I think a ring.
When you see Wonka and him singing, you're just like, is that your man? That's my man. That's your man.
Get your man, Kylie.
Yeah. I mean, because that's wild. I love musicals and stuff. I'm like, but seeing those little clips of him, I'm just like, this looks awful, and I want to see it.
Kylie went to go see Wonka. So,
did she see it?
Yeah,
Where?
She snuck into the premiere, and she didn't do the carpet. She snuck in, and then she snuck out before the movie ended. So with Chris.
Okay. I just saw, I've seen Timothy Chalamet in some interviews, and I'm just like, I just don't know. He tries to be, again, he comes across Drew Barrymore-ish, where he tries a little too hard to be relatable. He's talking about eating food. Oh, they're talking about the 5-second rule. And King of Wonka, he's like, no, that's so gross. And then whoever the other girl was in the Wonka's like, no, it's gross. He's like, I don't know. I ate food off the subway because I was so poor. I was just like, I don't know. You're trying too hard. Like, you ate food off the subway ground? That was your lunch? Like, it wasn't even the 5-second rule. I was like, that does not make sense at all. Like, I don't know. Just tries a little too hard. I'm not a fan. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind when I see Wonka. Did you see Simu Lee Lou like do the karaoke of I'm Just Ken?
Yeah.
It was so cute. I was like, I know he kind of got canceled this year, but I kind of like him.
I know. Everyone's.
He's my problematic fave. And I love that he's saying the Ken song. I don't know. I like people who just have fun like that. Because some people, the thing is too, especially with singing, a lot of people don't want to sing from like their show or their movie. Like Austin Butler. Like I remember there's a guy on TikTok that does an Austin Butler impersonation. And he's like, will you sing If I Can Dream With Me? And he's like, how about you sing it? Like Austin Butler's like, you sing it. And I'm like, what? I get it. Like you don't want to like ruin the magic, I guess. But I don't know. Like, don't you want to sing? Like when Donny Osmond sang with me, I was just like Joseph. I'm like, this is the epitome. Like I made it. Like I don't know. Donny Osmond will sing anything with you. He's like, what else can we sing together? Like we sang for probably an hour. We should put that on Patreon, like an extended hour long of us singing songs. It was so much fun. But I love people who can do that. That's how I envision the Weeknd to be too. Like when he's here, we're just like singing songs together. You want to done with the lights on. There's another one where he's like, but you're the kind of girl I'd take it off and roll the dice on. It's about taking off like your condom and having like sex and like maybe because he's like, because I just want to have a baby with the right one. Like I feel like us singing that song would be good. I think about that being pregnant. I was like, maybe if he does a music video again for that song, a second music video, maybe I could
there
be.
already is one.
There's a sequel. Yeah, there's a sequel to it. And then he rolled the dice on, and now it's like I'm the pregnant person he's singing about. Me just visualizing ways I can be in things pregnant. White Lotus, anything. God, yeah, I'm really fat.
Oh my God.
I'm so fat right now. And I don't even know. It's not even pregnancy. And it scares me because it's like, I mean, it's pregnancy. I'm pregnant, but it's like I'm only 4 months. And I'm like, God, am I going to be like a balloon? Because they say the second pregnancy, you gain so much more weight. And I'm like, I'm so scared. I can barely breathe now. And it's like, we walk and I don't eat like that much food, but it's just like it cuts off my circulation a little bit. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so scared how fat I'm going to be. I'm kind of excited though, too. Everyone's getting skinny and I'm just getting huge. I'm the opposite of everybody. Someone needs it for a TV show. Everyone's getting skinny. Someone's going to need a fat bitch on there. And I just visualize myself. I volunteer as tribute, which I love the sayings now. This, every time they did that, I thought of you. I was like, yes.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I thought maybe the Weeknd would appreciate like a fat girl, but he only did skinny models. He's dating a model now. I don't want to say her name, but I saw like I'm that weirdo who he went to dinner with like a month ago, and she's like so skinny and like
we covered that
Hadid.
on this program.
Oh, did we? Wait, the new one, the new girlfriend?
From like a month ago?
Yeah.
Have they been together for a while, or is this new?
Who's you thinking of? If you say her name, I know.
forgot her name.
Okay,
but
she's with a model.
A model. We covered on.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, did we? Oh my God, I forgot.
We put her
so
picture up and
skinny.
everything.
Oh, we did? Yes, B-roll. That one you got through. I was sad the B-roll didn't make it in the last
we
one.
had so much.
Oh, especially when I talked about Joey being fitting. I was like,
know.
where's that? Where's that B-roll?
Well, now.
Put Joey as
this
fitting.
Cue it up now.
I was so sad. I was like, man, there were so many good references on there. But yeah, he dates like the tiniest people in the whole world. So oh. I thought Drake, I guess, but I don't like Drake.
Oh yeah, now he is rumored to be dating Camila Cabello. Did you see that?
No.
Oh yeah.
They're good together. They're just people were like, I don't know what to think of them. They're just in their own category.
Especially Camila. She's kind of been nowhere.
But this is her season. It's very much like, you remember?
Quizmas?
Quizmas. I'll be home for Christmas.
Sister,
It's so good.
She should be capitalizing.
I know. She's like up there with Mariah. It's time. Christmas. I love
Oh,
people
yeah,
with
you should
that.
do a mashup.
I should. The Idol season 2 might take it though. Wait till you get to another song. Anyway, let's talk about that. The third episode or fourth episode. There's another song that sounds like me. I think there's
Oh
so
my
many.
God.
I know. Do we want to talk about Matt Rife? I don't know.
We can touch on it. Why not?
I just love Brooks. I love that it was like the last in the photo dump.
I know.
I'm over Matt Rife, but I do want to talk about it with Brooke. Okay, first of all, classic. I mean, I don't like to like label people narcissists because I think people like overuse it, but classic whatever narcissist move to like text someone after you've exposed them. That happened to me every single time I would expose someone. They would text me and be like, "Can we talk? Can we do this?" After like blocking me, ignoring me. I hate that so much. It's like, you knew, like you made your bed, lie in it. Like it's so
Yeah.
crazy. And I also think what Brooke said like wasn't crazy. Like we talked about it. You saw it, I hadn't yet. So we hadn't talked about it in like the things I didn't hear her talk. But hearing her talk about it, she was actually even more like calm and rational than like
Yeah.
I envisioned it. So I was just like, it wasn't that crazy. I saw like Page 6 and all these people like picking it up and stuff like that. Like, oh, she cheated on her with like 20 women. I didn't say that. She was actually like pretty still calm about the whole thing. I mean, considering like how awful he was, like to be like, oh yeah, you're the only one I like think about and blah blah. And then it's like, I don't know. The whole thing was like ick. And then the text was like, this is MR. I was like, what?
That
Ew.
killed
The
me.
biggest ick.
That killed me. I love. There's like the Matt Rife like supporters or whatever, which I didn't think there'd be that many still, but some people are. But what's so funny, it's all fraudulent. Like you're supporting someone and you don't really know who he is because Matt Rife has hired people to delete every comment that mentions Brooke.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, everyone. Because after Canceled, that episode came out, people went to like flood his Instagram, saying like Team Brooke, Team Brooke. Like,
I love it.
Anyone who mentions Tana, Brooke, anything the comments get deleted and they get blocked. Not only blocked, but blocked on every single account they make.
Oh my gosh. That's
and
wild.
fast. Like everyone's getting blocked. Like the
Like
turnaround
actually
is
blocked their account? Because you know you can
Yes.
put words in.
no. They're the accounts are getting like actually blocked because then people are commenting.
God.
And people were like, "Oh, I even made a new account and I can't even see it." So they are.
Where did you see all this? Where did you
on the
hear?
Reddit? Everyone, yeah,
Oh.
because that's what drives me crazy. Because the comments are obviously the supportive ones. Are like, haha, Matt Rife doesn't care. Like, I love that he doesn't care. He just says what he says and he stands by it. Actually, no.
He cares very deeply.
Very
He's hiring
deeply.
people, which I think is like so weird, especially when you're a guy. It's like, and you're a comedian who supposedly dishes it out. You can't take it. I think that's like you're so slimy. You're such a beta.
Everything about him is a lie,
Yeah.
which really cracks me up. That it truly is the funniest thing. The face is a lie. The jokes are a lie.
Yeah.
Careers are a lie. Your love life is a lie. Like
Your fans are a lie. Everything's like a
so
lie.
fraudulent.
Yeah. And it's clear it's like he was playing his own like version of The Bachelor. He's like, well, I'm going to choose this girl. Like all the people I'm dating,
and
but
no
they
one
didn't know
knew
it.
they were on the freaking show. Like what the
But
hell?
that's what it sounded like. I mean, all these girls. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And also someone who's supposedly so busy. I'm like, how do you have time for all that? You're like taking Brooke out to dinner with your friends. Like it's just so odd.
weird. It's very, very.
It's those people always give me that's like scary. I'm like, there is something I don't know. I don't know if it's like a psychopath or narcissist. I don't know what it is, but it's like scary.
It's like reeking of insecurity.
I'm surprised he hasn't asked them to like take the episode down or something like that.
know,
Because I'm
it's
sure
kinda
they would
funny.
talk about it if they did.
I know. I know.
I'm sure they're getting a lot of views too. They're so smart. Oh,
Yeah,
they're so lucky.
I know, but it was also more iconic. They didn't even use him in the title. It was like Tana's Veneers was the title of the
No,
episode.
I know.
So
I did the
it's
same
like-
thing. I was like, okay, wow. I would have used it again.
I know.
Exposing Matt Rife.
They
All
were
of it.
So funny. I
know.
love it.
I wonder if they pick their own titles. Do you think they do?
I think so. Probably.
I
right?
don't. You pick my titles. And I was like, that's interesting. Like I would have started off with the Weeknd DM me, but I guess the Brooke and Matt probably is more popular. But because the way it was, the title was last week was like Brooke exposes Matt Rife, but then it was like comma the Weeknd comma something. I'm like, oh, it looks like
Rachel
she's
Zegler.
exposing everyone. Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah, we also talk about this so much, so the titles are also so tricky to
So
fit
much,
all
yeah.
those words and names. And
I thought the DM, or I thought the Weeknd was going to be the highlight, but the Brooke is more, definitely, everyone's already using Brooke in the title, everything.
I know, and we were first to report, which is
Yes.
wild.
She's going to be our first guest in the year,
I'm
which
so
I'm excited.
Of Brooke cosplay.
Yes, and Oscar will be here for that. Everyone wants Oscar, including Tana. Everyone, he's so busy. That's just it, period. And I said that to Tana. I said that to everyone. He's just busy. Like, he works all the time. And then, he has a life and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, if you had to be here for every interview, because we did one yesterday too, it's like, I try and do like 2 or 3 interviews a week. And it's just like,
Yeah,
really
and
hard
these
to coordinate.
episodes I'm like specifically off to come. so,
Right.
yeah.
You're like, I'm going to make sure. That's why I specifically asked. Even with the Tana, I was like, oh, you're going to be done at Thursday at 2. Like, that works out. Good thing I got her because she literally came here and then went to Jeff and then like, she's been
She's been everywhere. She did Squid Games. What the hell?
She's literally everywhere. And I'm like, good for her. Honestly, her hustle is like insane.
I don't know how she does it because I don't have that energy. Like
I don't either. Oh, I'm exhausted. I fell asleep right after our podcast and she was going to Jeff's. I was like, that's crazy. She has so much energy. It's insane. She is, I guess that's why she is who she is. She's just everywhere.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Anyways, that'll be a good episode on Thursday. The topics you wrote for us were scandalous moments. There was some where she's like, I don't think that happened. And then I was like, I don't know. Oscar's not here. I looked up most of them, and like the one I didn't, I was like, I don't know. And then her friends were like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know.
It was
Oscar?
a headline, girl.
Okay.
That's all.
She said that. She also said that too. She goes, some of these are so dramatic. I'm like, Oscar. Me reading them. And probably every single one, I was like, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want. Like, me does every time because I'm just like, oh. But she was good. She was game for it.
It's too funny.
Yes. I'm going to have a little cheese it for a minute. What do we think about it? I'm like, I thought we were almost at lunch break. I was like, oh my gosh. Is this like so annoying to open? Okay, sorry.
George Santos has been replaced by a new gay.
Oh,
in the White House. Yeah, you haven't seen this?
No. I think one of our patrons had to watch it. You saw this? Why didn't you tell me? You tell me all the hot topics. You didn't tell me this one?
What? We usually don't look at politics and
We
stuff.
are.
It was
Political
just,
commentary.
it was just,
We're political.
I mean, it just somebody made their OF at the White House or whatever.
Wait,
Yeah, this twink. He's being
it's not. Oh, I thought it was Noah Schnapp. Everyone, did you see that? Everyone's like, Noah Schnapp got fired from Stranger Things because of this. Was that not him? Oh my God! Wait, what?
It was someone. He works for like a congressman. This gay man, and it's pretty wild. There was like a whole thing on Twitter. I'm trying to make sense for myself. He was making a tape, if you will, an intimate tape in like the Senate room.
What?
Yeah.
Is this real?
It's real. And
The
but
guy
it
who
wasn't
replaced George Santos did this.
No.
Oh.
No, it's a different
There's lots of
gay.
them out there.
It's not a twink. I thought there was only one.
No, there's several. This one's a younger twink. Okay,
my
so he's a
God.
staffer to a United States senator. He filmed himself being effed doggy style in the Hart Senate office building, room 216 on Capitol Hill. It wasn't even his OF. That's a gag. He posted this for free on his close friend story on Instagram. That's the wildest part.
Was something was someone with him?
He was being topped, yes, by a German with a thick. It's being compared to a beer can. Let's say that.
Who's the German? How do you get in the White House?
So that's the mystery. Like, people are still trying to figure out who the top is, and but the bottom has been exposed, literally.
What happened to him? Is he fired?
He's been fired. Yes, because
What?
I mean, it is
not real. How
I
is that
swear to
even
God.
possible? What?
So someone on his close friends leaked it, which is that's kind of sad. I get, but also you should. I keep flip flopping because like that's sad that it got leaked, but also you shouldn't be doing that. Period. So I don't know.
I don't think it's that. Right. Okay. I'm the same with you because I'm like, you posted it, but I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I keep flip flopping. So, but it's wild. So but also I don't understand how he's been working in the White House, but his whole like digital presence has been about him like being very sexual. Like he was on Reddit and his Reddit username was like Twink Slave or something.
What?
Yes. And even his Instagram account, like his public Instagram account was all like photos of his butt and stuff and like talked about having sex. So
Maybe they were trying to be like diversify, you know, like let's not be homophobic. Let's put this one who's clearly out there, you know, maybe they were like
It's
trying
wild.
to be not like
But then-
anti-gay.
I guess so, but then there's also, even for me, and I work in like a kind of unserious, like entertainment news, kind of unserious, right? Like I got in trouble once for when Taylor Swift was having the drama with Scooter Braun. I was like, war against Scooter Braun, and I got in trouble for that. Like you can't just say things willy-nilly on social
That's
media,
true,
you
yeah.
know? So
That's so funny. Especially you.
I know. I remember I got like sat down. I was like, "Hey, Oscar, you can't say we're gonna go to war with Scooter Braun." I
That's
was
where
like,
you have the trauma being sat down. You think me and Moses.
T, oh my God,
We're
You're really-
entertainment tonight over here. We're like,
You
let's sit you
cracked
down.
that. Oh my God, that is so true.
Yeah, I was like, wow, you got sat down before. So this is like his shtick.
It's like his brand, I guess.
And
but
I
it's
feel like they're down for it because if they're letting this happen, maybe they're trying to promote this.
I don't know. But
No,
then
you know what I mean?
Well, someone allegedly has told him to start toning down his social media presence.
Toning down. This is,
Tone it down a little bit.
But
then he makes a fool on tape.
So it's a full video?
it's a video of him getting banged, like railed in, and
What?
then yeah, he was getting topped in it, and
I mean, honestly, the people who have a problem with it sound a little homophobic.
I don't know. I'm like all for sexual liberation, but I'm like in the
Yeah.
words of Tati Westbrook, time and place. Like I don't know if the
Not
White
Tati.
I don't know if the White House is a place for all that.
I think that sounds unserious. Like if you're voting for Congress votes, I mean, whatever. Like Honestly, it's a joke anyways, right? Isn't that, I mean, I'm not trying to get political. I don't know. I'm going with what the people say. But I think in general, they all say there's like clowns in there. It's like, I don't know.
That's what the thing too. So
serious.
On both sides, people are like, there's that argument, and there's also the argument, well, like, it's still like it represents the government, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
I think you just can't hate on anything with a gay person involved. Do you know what I mean? Because that's like homophobic in itself, right? So I think you could just do whatever if you're gay. Right?
I guess. Any place of work, I don't think you should be filming sex tapes in, I will say.
I disagree. I think let the gays have sex wherever they want. It's true. Like, don't spread homophobia.
I mean, it's not like they don't make food over there or something. You know?
It's
The room was empty. Nobody was there.
What's his name? Let's have him on the podcast.
I was going to say, if anyone has to sit down with him, it's you. His name is Aiden Mace Karposky.
I want him on. George Santos rejected my cameo, so we'll have him on. You know what they said? They said, this is a business inquiry. You have to book it through his business cameo, which is like $10,000.
Oh my God.
All I said was, will you come on my podcast? How's that a business inquiry? You want some promotion or not? I'm over George Santos.
Well, yeah, now he's been taken down by this new
Aiden.
The new gay, yeah, so.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't the guy from Stranger Things, so I was like, that's wild. I was like, that sounds crazy.
Making a sex tape in the White House.
Oh, is he gay? So I guess that's fine.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Actually he is. He came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't like people hating on my gays, you know what I mean? I think there's nothing wrong with it. I see nothing wrong with it.
But yeah, a lot of the gays are trying to track down the German top.
How are they going? No, they would be able to, huh?
Yeah.
Reddit probably would be able to. They track down everything.
I know. But all they really have to go off of is, I mean, some people have allegedly found, but no one's confirmed. But just based off of schlong, that's all they have to go off of. So it
but
is
you remember the Don't Fuck with Cats or something documentary where they literally found that person based off like a little corner in his apartment?
That's true.
And they found this person like killing his cat. Is that what it was? Killing his cat. And then he killed somebody, right? Was he like killed a person or something? It was so weird. So I think like anyone could find anything. Like you literally see like a corner of this guy's apartment and they're like, I know this outlet and this building and like this stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane what people can find. So
yeah.
I'm sure someone will find it. But like I said, it's kind of weird though too. Like, why are you trying to find this person? Like that's a little creepy.
I think because now people are thirsty for him because of the impressiveness of the girth. But
I'm
I don't
never
know.
impressed by that. I'm like,
I'm saying that's like too much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not like.
yeah, why is it so like, wow?
Yeah, it's
know.
just more of a hassle, if anything. But
I think it's people who are like not getting any. They're like, I need something like this. It's like, do you?
But I mean, that twink was really taking it like a champ. I
You
guess.
saw
if
it? You
anything.
watched it?
It was everywhere. It literally like especially gay Twitter. I mean, it was censored, but then the uncensored version came out.
That's wild. I'm definitely on gay Twitter. Moses knows. You remember for a while, I was just seeing all gay sex on my Twitter. I'm like, what the hell? You remember I showed it to you? I was just like, this is wild. Because can I be honest? I've never seen gay guys have sex really. I don't watch porn at all, like straight porn either. But I've never seen gay porn. I don't know if we can talk about this, but I was just like, that's wild.
She was shocked. She was shocked. I think she never thought about what men do. What do they do?
Well, no, I know what they do, but you know positions. There's so many positions. You think one position. Like, I know for me, I have one position or two positions. There's so many positions. It's amazing. I got really into it. Then I started having my, like open. I was like, oh, I like when they open it. Anyways, I was like, the way they spread it, I was like, that's impressive. It's impressive. It was all over my timeline for so long. It was so weird, and I was like, "This is
wild."
odd.
Maybe he probably showed up on your timeline because he had a Twitter that was all for that too.
I
maybe
like skip past it though.
Maybe if I show you his face, you'll
you know what
recognize.
I do? I skip past. I'm like, I don't know this person's age. I just don't like to see anything in case I'm not supposed to see it. Like I don't know. I don't like to even question it.
That's true.
What if it's like something that I'm not supposed to see? I just go straight past it. I'm like, I don't see it. I usually like block it or I actually like report it. I'm like that person who will like report things. I know Twitter you can post whatever, but
yeah,
I would report it. I don't know. Actually, Twitter does nothing. I report so many like actual harassment. Like it's fine. Didn't violate our guidelines. I report so many people that actually like harass all the time. There's literally someone that's like, I'm gonna unalive you. I'm coming to your house right now. This is what I'm gonna do to you. Like, and they literally let that account up. And the person had their address and phone number in their bio. Obviously not well, and I think that account got deleted. But oh, weird. People are odd. I like it. I'm for it.
Oh yeah. Aiden also said he posted in 2020 posted Joe Biden and was like, I want Joe Biden to spit in my mouth when he had like a photo with
Maybe
Joe.
that's why he got hired. And Joe Biden's like,
Oh, it was wild.
That's crazy.
That was a crazy story.
I think the White House is just kind of wild. Yeah, I don't know. Like to me, it's all unserious. Like Bill Clinton. If Bill Clinton can do that while he's president, like why can't a little like twink and turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing wrong with it.
I just will say, at least the moral of the story, maybe choose your close friends wisely. I think at
Close
least.
friends seem to be ratting people out.
Yeah, because also gay close friends, I don't know if you know, but gay close friends is a whole different world.
Wait,
It's like
no, why?
anyone you don't, it's just like anyone you find remotely attractive, people will put in your close friends. Like all of a sudden I see him in people's close friends. I'm like, I don't even know you. Like
Wow.
Yeah, but
So
I'm honored because I'm like, wow, like
Yeah,
okay.
you're the attractive one.
Yeah.
How would you be classified in the gay world?
When I'm skinnier, probably otter. Thing.
Otter, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's like in between twink and cub. Say
You're an otter. Moses is a silver daddy otter, according to Gigi.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I had no idea what that meant, but I'm like, that kind of sounds hot. You're a silver daddy otter. You're not a silver one yet. You're just an otter.
No, yeah.
You're a little baby otter. Otter in training.
But there's some twinks who are old, like in their 30s and still considered a twink. Like I think Tyler Oakley would.
No,
maybe
he's kind of buff now.
Yeah, maybe he's a twunk now.
He's a twonk. I think Timmy
guess.
C is a twink.
Yes, Troye Sivan also a twink.
I love the terms. I love it so much. They need to do
Yeah.
like a Mean Girls gay version.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
Patrick Hall tried to do that, didn't he? He did like a Mean Boys.
Oh, did he?
It was kind of like a gay
Oh.
version of it. Oh man, that's what I was gonna ask you. When I was watching The Hunger Games, God, I wish there was like a fat Katniss. You know, like someone who like their whole identity isn't being fat, but she's like the star, the leader.
Yeah.
Two guys are like lusting after her, and so I was like, man, I wish I could see that just more normally, and it's not just a fat person being a fat person. Do you ever wish, like in general, I don't know, I can't even like that there was more gay storylines that were just not about being gay, but you just saw it.
Definitely when I was younger, for sure. Because I remember, because I used to read a lot, especially when I was younger, and there was no like gay, like young adult books. But now I feel like it's more like prevalent. Like if you go to Target, there's a whole like gay young
section,
adult
yeah.
section. Especially with like streaming shows, like Netflix has like Heartstopper and stuff. So I think it's more around.
But
I
not
guess.
like movies, not like mainstream movies like Titanic or Hunger Games where there's like two guys lusting over a guy. Like, you know, because there's always a triangle of the two boys loving the girl.
I guess you're right. There hasn't been like a blockbuster, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I always think that, I wish there was like fat people in like Hunger Games. Because I love the story of Katniss. Like, these two guys just want her so bad. I'm like, God, I wish there was like a fat girl in there. You know
Or
what I
at
mean?
least like, because I get that they're supposed to be starring, but maybe in a capital, or at least maybe like Twilight. Twilight definitely could have had,
Some.
fatties in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Some baddies and some gays.
Yeah.
I mean, Twilight is so gay coded.
Yeah.
They should have had some gay vampires.
Why were there no fat or gay vampires?
I know. We call it discrimination. I love
What
that I'm
the-
comparing being fat to being gay. I feel like it's not the same. Every time I do that, I get in trouble. They're like,
Really?
you can like lose weight. Gay people
I
don't
guess.
choose.
But it's also, I guess, you kind of feel like underrepresented though. I feel like it's, you know,
I do.
yeah.
And I feel hated on for no reason sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like if there was a fat person in the Senate, you know, having sex, they'd probably be like, ew. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about Luke Combs? Do you know Luke Combs? I didn't know who
Is
it
he a
was.
singer?
He's a country singer.
What did he do?
So there was a lawsuit. This is kind of TikTok, so if you're not really TikTok, but there's a woman who got sued by Luke Combs for $250,000.
Yes, I did see
Okay,
this.
I'm so curious to know your thoughts on this because I think I'm in unpopular opinion with this. But Luke Combs, country singer, she was selling like on Etsy tumblers, like Luke Combs tumblers, which a lot of
Yeah.
people do on Etsy. Disney always is like slapping cease and desist on people because copyright, all that stuff like that. So she got sued. Then for $250,000, she started doing like this interview with like these news outlets and stuff like that. And she was, I don't have $250,000. This is how I'm making money. Then she said, you know, my medical bills and all stuff like that. She said, I don't even have any money. She goes, I have $5,000 in an Amazon account, but it's frozen. I can't get it out, blah, blah. And so everyone was like, oh my God, they're tagging Luke Combs. Everyone's tagging Luke Combs. Obviously, like that morning, he replies, says like, oh, it's a company that we have for like, to do this with people overseas that are counterfeiting. He's like, I'm gonna send her $11,000 now and then figure out the rest or whatever. Thoughts on this is interesting because like the majority of people are like, oh man, Luke is such a great guy. Like I'm glad but then other people found this girl's Etsy shop and she does this all the time. Like she's taking like images from like Disney and all stuff like that. And so I don't know. What's your thoughts on this?
I didn't see like the actual merch that she was selling. Was it like her art inspired by, or was it just like stealing photos?
I want to say photos, but I mean I think is what I saw.
Because I like fan merch and stuff because a lot of the times like I like it more than the official designs from artists because like people's teams on like big labels like kind of suck. So
Yeah.
a lot of the times I like the fan art, but if it's their designs inspired by, you know what I mean? Like they're doing their own art inspired by Olivia Rodrigo, it's inspired by Taylor Swift, but they're doing their own designs and stuff because then it's like their own fan art that they're turning into like merch and stuff. So that I kind of
I guess because I do buy so much from Etsy, especially like Beetlejuice stuff, like glitter cups of Beetlejuice and Barbie, and like I do because it is cool. But then I kind of think like, okay, Barbie, obviously Disney too. It's like okay, they have enough money,
Yeah.
but and not to say like Luke Combs, obviously he's a big star. I didn't know who he was, but he's obviously a big star and stuff like that. But it's like I don't know. I guess people have empathy for people who are like you know struggling and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think he did, and I think in that situation, I don't know. I went back and forth with it, but I was like, I don't know. I kind of like stuck with it.
Like as an artist, it is a problem. Like it just depends of how big and rich you are, you know. But if somebody took my artwork and then started selling that instead of me, then it's a problem. But if you're so big, like I don't know, you're the biggest country singer, and somebody's making a small 50
That's true.
cup,
That's true, I guess.
then it kind of there's like
Okay, I
there's a
changed my mind.
gray, blurry line in there.
Like someone like a Taylor Swift, like literally a billionaire.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're good, you know. So.
That I agree with too. Kind of like Disney too. They are really famous for doing this, and it's like, okay, these people. I mean, and like you said, sometimes it's really good. Like I buy so much off Etsy, and it's like even the Weeknd stuff I buy off Etsy. Like just so much stuff I think is cool off there. I guess I go back to it then. I mean, there is so many counterfeit merch in me. I bought my counterfeit merch. I have a paid as Trish. Like I think it's kind of funny. I guess I don't know. And also like I make no money off merch, so I don't know.
I think as long as it's not a direct, like I think Rosanna Pansino had that problem where people were literally stealing her merch designs and then like reprinting them cheaper on Amazon or something. You know,
yeah, that's
like,
annoying.
So I think as long as it's someone actually like making their own thing, not just like a blatant like stealing the image file and like uploading.
Right. Just like this.
You know,
what was the Rosanna? Speaking of,
I think
Did you call
it
someone
was
out?
like her drama recently or the merch stuff.
both.
I
She's like,
forget-
I'm no longer friends with this person. I'm like, Rosanna is on the roll of just being like talking
I
her mind,
know.
this, and I love it.
I think
love
someone.
her.
I didn't see the full like scope of it, but basically, I think she once did a video with someone who is now being exposed for doing like GoFundMe fraud, like
I think
charity
she just like was
fraud.
calling out everybody she ever did a video with. Actually, I'm not friends with this person anymore.
I
was
think
like, oh
now
my
she's
God.
doing it where if someone mentions it once, she's like denouncing right
Love.
away.
I wish more people would do it, honestly.
I think 'cause she probably so like freaking triggered from like the Colleen stuff responding late, you know, that now
Right,
she's
I'm
like,
telling you now.
screw it. Now anyone brings
She's
it
like,
up.
people saw this old video. I'm like, girl, what? Like, but I kind of live. I was kind of like, okay, I love that
I
for
know.
her.
She's like clearing the air. Like,
She's like, I'm not associated with this person anymore. Okay, 'cause
haven't seen him in 10 years. I'm like, okay, work. Yeah.
I love the denouncement of it all. Yeah, the merch stuff, I don't know. I was all over TikTok. It was all over my feed, and I was just like, okay. And like, then he had to send her $11,000 out of his pocket. I'm like, it wasn't his fault. It was like this team, but I
Yeah.
guess I get it, especially when people like don't have money. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think the only again with like if it's a direct ripoff, but there's also some, and I can only apply this because of the Taylor stuff. But there was one site I saw today that like she made like $100,000 off of her Taylor designs, which is cool because she makes good stuff. But she's just like, oh, I don't even like Taylor Swift, but
Oh.
Swifties are just rich, so I'm gonna make it. So
Oh,
that part I'm like,
okay.
okay, maybe like don't use like if
Swifties
you're one
are-
of us,
yeah,
you know,
right.
but don't like use them.
Swifties are being used, I feel, in general. I see people trying to like clickbait, being like, I'm a Swiftie or Taylor.
Yeah.
So that's like, all the Swifties are like, no,
Yeah,
we know you're not actually.
yeah, it's actually tea.
They know,
so.
but they know you're a Swiftie. I think we can talk about her any time we want because you're the Swiftie fan. She got
No.
booed, right, at the game last night?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Who booed her?
who was playing against the
The
Chiefs?
other football
Patriots or the
team?
Eagles? Yeah,
The other football team was booing Taylor Swift.
yeah, or the fans of the other football team.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
But
weird.
how did they know that she was booed specifically?
Anytime she was on the screen,
They
would
booed
boo.
her.
Oh,
Yeah. And then there's this girl that I follow on Twitter. She went to the game wearing Taylor Swift merch and they booed her too, which is so sad. Swifties, football is not a safe space for
I
you.
know. I saw Michaela did that. Michaela,
Really?
the makeup artist. She's like, when your friend asks you to go to a Chiefs game and she's like in a Taylor Swift outfit.
Oh my god. See that I
That's
would
kind of everything.
that's why I'm not you'll not see me at
You're not gonna
SoFi.
go?
No.
No?
No.
SoFi is nice. He has a building next to Sophie Stadium if anyone wants to buy it for $2 million.
Oh wow.
He has this building. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. We had this building even when I met him. He like lived there, whatever. And it's kind of, yeah, anyways, I don't know. I just want someone to buy it because Inglewood is like up and coming and like everyone's like buying other things. And my dream is like, even when I first met him, he told me, like the first day he told me he owned like a building. I've never owned property before I met him. And so I was like, oh my God, you own a building? Cha-ching. Like, when are we selling this property? And so now we have it. And like, you could like rent it out. And so it was like, I don't know, like, you know, renting people are scammers and stuff like that. You know, people don't want to leave or they don't want to pay rent. So it's like, we just need to like have someone buy it anyways. I don't know. That's the whole thing. Need to
That's
share
a
my
hot
whole
topic.
personal-
Yeah.
He went there the other day, and I was just like, "Oh my God, stop going there!" Because it's just, you know, whatever. But we love properties. Yeah,
no, the idea was like, because that used to be my studio where I'd make my art and design work and all that. And then now what I want to do is just move it somewhere closer.
Yeah.
You know,
That
so
is
we,
a commute.
because
Yeah.
we just love, you know, making stuff. So we'll have bigger
Oh.
studios and
If you had
audience.
that
and-
building here,
yeah. So we just want to transfer, you know, like
Yeah.
move
So
closer
someone
to
buy it.
home
I'm
so we can
manifesting
use
that.
it every
And it's
day.
probably
been-
cheaper here, right? Like compared to there.
maybe now, yeah,
Not where we are exactly, but
Around.
in the area,
yeah,
yeah.
you know, it'd be like Simi,
Because it's such a
Ventura.
huge creative space. Like
Yeah.
you could build sets. We could build the whole idol set here. You know, we could build so much, and it's just so far. And it's.
But I was working at the Water Museum, and basically the moment I started the project, like luckily I didn't put everything into it.
Uh-huh.
Quarantine started,
Oh.
you know, and you can't have a public space, a museum, all
Yeah.
that, you know, for 2 years that was a no-go. And then
Thank God you didn't put the money to it because
Yeah.
we put the money towards.
yeah,
the
I would have
deposit of
lost
this
all of
house.
it. I would have lost
Yeah.
all of it.
That's wild. Because we had the same exact amount of money to put into this house. Like what he had is exactly what I couldn't save money, but I made it in 1 month and only I spent everything. But luckily I had only, so 1 month I was able to make this chunk. And he's like, all you have to do is really just like not spend for 2 months and you could put a down payment on a house. I'm like, really? That's it? So literally we did that. And then he had the exact same money. So we really did put equal amounts, which is crazy. I was like, wow, you have so much money. And then we got the house, and then we had no money because we put everything into it. But it was pretty impressive. I was like, wow, he's such a saver. He's such a saver. It's crazy. Anyways, it was good. And he has this building. But am I on that building? Am I on the name of it? What if you die? I guess I get it because I'm your wife.
I think we're all shared. It's all. I'll make you a copy of the keys.
How would you rather die? Unalive. How would you rather unalive 2023? Wait, no, I'm giving you options. I love how you just start thinking. You're like, 2023 recap.
Okay.
Would you rather go by drinking charged Panera lemonade or submarine imploding?
Oh, the lemonade for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like your heart. Well, I guess your whole body implodes, but I guess it's just your heart.
Yeah, but also because you have to go under for a while in that little. I'm claustrophobic, so yeah.
Me too.
When they showed that was a time that submersible.
That was this year, right?
Yeah, I remember like constantly checking for updates. I'm like, where are they? You know?
Yeah. What
but seeing
happened?
the inside, it just
Right.
What did happen? I forget. They just went too far, went too deep, right, or something.
It was just an amateur submarine. It was not.
There was a YouTuber that went. I think the trip before, and then.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I remember watching.
I saw the video.
Yeah, and then the conditions were what, just like too.
Yeah, they couldn't go. He was lucky; his life was saved because they couldn't go.
Who was it? Was it Mr. Beast? Was it?
Oh man,
He was invited, but
No.
someone was actually there, like on the
Yeah.
boat. Trying to get into the submersible and like did the classes and stuff to get into
my
it.
God.
Yeah, but then seeing inside how small it was for so many people, I'm like, that seems like you couldn't pay me $10
They were
million.
all rich, right? They were all like
Yeah.
billionaires. Any of that stuff sounds awful to me. I'm like, who does that? And what were they trying to find? The Titanic or
To
something?
look at the Titanic. I'm like, I'm fine.
That's wild.
I'm good. Yeah.
That's when you have like too much money. That's why I'm like, with the lottery, I like just be happy to win $1 million. I don't need to win the jackpot because honestly, if you have like $800 million, like you just
It's
do
too
stupid
much,
stuff.
yeah.
I think I'll go look for the Titanic today. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Anything underwater kind of scares me in general. Like, I don't know. I don't.
Same.
Yeah. Like even scuba, I've snorkeled, but that's about it because you're still kind of like on the surface.
Yeah.
But like just scuba and go down, you hear too many things about your tank being cut and I don't know. All right. And the Panera still sells that lemonade. And someone else was on recently passed away from it.
Was it a guy?
It was a guy.
Yeah, I did see that.
And I was like, okay, now it's 2 people. So
That lemonade is wild.
did you try it?
No, my
That's
boyfriend
our
once
challenge today. I would literally I would also probably just, and also
don't
like no one
know.
knows to check for caffeine. Like you never think like, oh, let me check. It's like the Erewhon smoothing. I wouldn't think like, oh, can I take this while being pregnant? You would think you could
thank
just.
God you thought of that.
I know. Well, I just thought the kombucha, and I was like, kind of no. I think Moses told me something about kombucha, so I was like, okay, maybe I won't be able to have a sip. And then when they told me all the other ingredients weren't safe either, I was like, okay.
Because when you see good for your guts, you just assume that it's like
Good-
at Erewhon.
Yeah,
you know?
right. I guess I should look into that stuff more because you don't know.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, and the Panera lemonade, like who would think to check like how much caffeine? I never know to
You
check
would
for
just think
caffeine.
lemonade, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And lemonade I usually get, like at In-N-Out I get lemonade because I'm like, well, it's usually no caffeine in lemonade.
Right?
It's usually just sugar.
yeah. Is that why it's called charged lemonade? Because it's supposed to have caffeine in
I
it?
guess. I guess you should know, but like
I don't know. But also, do you like Panera?
I love their white mac and cheese.
Oh, I do like the mac and cheese. But like,
nothing else,
they're
no.
the same. Like,
I
their
hate
salads and
sandwiches.
stuff, they kind of taste like hospital food a little bit.
Oh,
Like,
I love a hospital food. You don't like hospital food? Sometimes it's good.
I guess I haven't been to, well, I don't know if we're going to the same hospitals, girl, but
It's in Thousand Oaks right here. It's not that
was
bougie.
like better than like, yeah, than like Northridge or something,
Is it?
you know?
Oh,
yeah.
okay. No, to me it's kind of like, it's kind of small, but
Yeah, because I don't know. It's not really giving like any, if I'm going to go out of my way to get like, I'd rather get like a Chick-fil-A.
not Chick-fil-A. I don't know. Does anyone know? Can we
I don't know.
Tell us if Chick-fil-A is homophobic.
I
I'm gonna
don't.
believe it's like franchise, like you said.
Like, that's what I
Franchise to
thought.
franchise.
I thought like the franchise were different. I know like the corporate stuff is bad, but then I'm like, I don't know. I don't
think
know.
the one here is not. We have a bunch of gays working here, so
Yeah,
I don't think
they're
they're homophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Support it.
It's so
Support
hard.
I love Chick-fil-A. I guess we could have that too. Either Chick-fil-A or Wendy's. I literally had like TikTok drama about rude vows people make. Have you seen that?
No,
Like,
oh yes.
where the guy was like,
at the
can't wait to
weddings and
smack
stuff?
that ass for the rest of your
Yes.
life. Like, just men saying one TikTok vow. We can talk about it quickly because it's honestly, like, it's whatever. I see that when I get excited, but I'm like, I forget you're like not in the TikTok world. But
No, but I saw this stuff.
Okay, you did.
Yeah.
On TikTok or
Yeah,
just, there was 2. The most recent one was, he said, I can't wait to smack that ass for the rest of your life. And everyone's just like, ew, like, what are those
Why?
for vows? The other one I've heard before, this guy is really bad. He's like, he goes like, I'll love you forever as long as you keep my belly full and my balls empty.
Oh.
And he goes, and you get to choose tonight if you want to end up as a toaster strudel or a Twinkie. He said that at the altar with his mom officiating the wedding.
Oh my God.
I'm like, that's so disgusting. Like, I'm all about like that, I guess, but not in front of like your family and at your wedding, and that's your vows.
Yeah.
Like, I'll love you as long as you keep my belly full and my balls empty. I can't wait to smack that ass for like, what? That's crazy. Like, you spend so much money at a wedding, all your family and friends are there. That's so embarrassing.
I can't even imagine being like the bride. I guess like if
She thinks it's funny.
Yeah, I
Maybe she's like,
guess. If
that's
that was-
cute.
She already agreed for his mom to officiate it. That's where I know it's something there is
Oh.
weird.
Right. And the
Something
mom's
there
like,
is weird.
Michael. She like tells him, she like kind of reprimands him. But just seeing it, I'm just like, this is so ick. I don't know. Especially because like weddings, it's like, that's like, it is intimate. I mean, it is like, it's like a sacrament, you know, of the
Yeah.
church. It's a very like intimate, even we didn't get married in church or have a religious ceremony, but it's still just like very intimate. I don't know. Moses is like blew me away, his vows. They were so good because he's like not deep. He's not like words of affirmation. Like he's not like, I love you all the time. You know what I mean? I mean, he'll say it, but he's just not that person. So when at the wedding, he got like so deep and like, you know, I forgot how it was like, God doesn't make mistakes or something, or what was it? Like something so
No, but it
beautiful.
was simple because I didn't write them. I just said it. I just said
Oh,
what was in
really?
my
Which is
heart.
crazy.
And I was like, in my heart, what thing that I know is like that God is love and that you're a child of God. And I'm going to love you like that. I'm going to love you as the perfect child that God made. So basically, I won't look at the past mistakes. I don't look at, no judgment, you know.
Yeah, it was
So
so, it was.
that's the only way I'll always look at you, is that perfect human being.
It was so, oh my God, it was so intense. And did I go after you? I went after you. I was like, oh shit. Mine was all over the place. I'm
Did
like,
you write them or did you go in like?
I kind of went in because usually I'm pretty good at off the cuff. Like I don't really plan anything either, but I'm good. I can usually like do a speech, nail it. But I was so flustered by that I was like, I kind of forgot everything I was gonna say. I knew I had a plan of where it was going, and then it just like, I don't know. I just said everything that went out. I don't know. It was kind of weird. I was giggling. I giggled the entire time because I was just so nervous, and like everyone watching, I don't know. It was just, we were also 2 hours late, and I had the wrong bouquet, and everything about it was just a little.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Moses had to help him with my dress up because the stairs were moved from the front to the
So,
side. It was
you
crazy.
you do the whole dress rehearsal to rehearse.
Yeah.
But then the minute before she walks in, the planner moves the stairs from where it was to a different location.
This planner is.
I know. And the whole point of the stairs was to show the long train because I had this huge ass train and it's like, it's not bustled at this point, so it's huge. So you're supposed to like walk up the stairs so the train can like flow. So then we have to go all the way around. We're cutting in front of your family. So Moses is like crunching up the dress with me. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to help me right now.
You also can make the turn with the, and then come up
Yeah.
from this, like the whole dress gets
awful.
stuck. It was crazy. That moment.
Anyways, yeah, if you did those vows at the
Sabotage.
wedding, yeah. I didn't expect much. I wasn't expecting much, but I definitely want to, like, if you're like, I want to smack, Moses would never talk like that. Thinking
I
about it,
know.
like, could you imagine you're going to end up as a toaster strudel as a Twinkie tonight?
That is wild.
I know. It's crazy. It's actually so weird.
I don't know what I would do if I was. I think I would like. I'd be appalled.
Well, there's divorces that happen, like when people do this cake smashing,
Oh,
when they
yeah.
smash it in their
Sometimes
face.
they do it so hard too.
People have actually, like, I know one couple on TikTok divorced after that. Like, she's like, that's insane. Like, why did you do that?
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I agree. That's so, like, why
But
would you
also,
smash it?
Don't, like in general to anyone, don't do it because you don't know what's in the cake.
Oh my God,
there's
yeah.
a
The
structure
support.
Yeah.
that holds it. Somebody like poked somebody in the eye. Like, just don't do that.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And then, like, you have makeup and you're trying to look beautiful. Guys are wild. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Weddings
no.
are so expensive that like.
Oh my God, to ruin all that and to have like
Yeah.
these guys that if your guy does not want to be involved, it's all stuff, like that's a red flag. Like just don't have the wedding. If Moses wasn't like excited about the wedding or something like that, and that doesn't even say he wanted a big wedding, but he was like supportive. I mean, he really did take over at the end because I was so overwhelmed. We spent all the money. I like didn't know. Like he ended up taking over the wedding because I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Because we had an agreement. Because we just bought this new house and gonna get married. I was like, I take care of the house, you take care of the wedding.
Yeah.
You get green light, whatever you want at the wedding. I'll take care of the house. Everything
Yeah.
needs to be done. But by the end of it, I was taking care of both of them.
Well, it's because we had to stop taking care of the house.
Not because of her fault, because things got messy.
Yeah.
No, but it was because I hired a planner thinking like, you know, like when we do birthday parties and stuff, never do anything. Like even now we're doing like the gender reveal. Like we have our planners just do it all. Like they just come, they do it all. It's great. So I thought that's how it was going to be. We should have gone with them, honestly, because I use this party planning company I use now for like ages. But for some reason I'm like, it's my wedding. I'm going to find like a wedding planner that's fancy and bougie and stuff like that. So I thought they were going to take care of everything, took care of nothing. She started quitting. I mean, at the end, she was just like, she told Moses like, what did you say? Like, I'm done or something she said to you.
Yeah, I mean, there was a moment.
She's like, I can't do this. I'm done. I'm like,
it was like, I can't handle the pressure.
yeah. I was like,
And I was like,
What?
That's the planner's
2 weeks
job is
away?
to handle the pressure.
Did you see like her reviews or whatever before you?
Yes.
Really, and they were good.
yeah.
Oh.
But we think, so when we had the initial call, there were like 4 different people. And when the wedding came about, there was nobody. It was
just her.
So I just think things
Yeah.
have changed in the company.
It shifted.
By the time.
Because there was a guy that was very Oscar. He was very just like on it, like so excited. Oh my God, yeah, we can do this, like that. And then we never heard from him again after that initial one. Yeah, it was really, really weird. So I don't know. The whole thing was very odd. But yeah. Anyways, it was good. It was fine for what it was. But I did tell Tana, I was like, if you just do a Hawaii wedding, it's so much easier because we did the Hawaii one. It was so better. But that vow one, a while. Like, but again, not to say like he was like super excited, but not only that, I mean, we talked about this a bunch of times. You know, he took out credit cards because he's the only one who had like a line of credit, and we just like maxed out credit cards for our wedding because we really had nothing. Like it was like $200,000. The budget was spent. And when I said that before, and people were like, well, what was it on? It was $100,000 for the 4 seasons, and I thought the other $100,000 was like being budgeted. I didn't know I didn't have the breakdowns, but like $40,000 went to curtains, non-refundable. We couldn't get that back. Could we do $10,000? Anyways, $40,000 went to curtains, and $30,000 went to the photographer, and maybe $8,000 to like the wedding planning part of it. So I thought, well, so we had no flowers, no entertainment, we had no aisle. Like the aisle alone cost like $7,000. It was insane. So we had to max out credit cards, and we really started at zero with our marriage. So it's been crazy. So it's always funny to me when people think either they think we're broke or that, you know, Mo's using me for money. Neither one of it's true. we're pretty like balanced, you know, as far as whatever. Now, again, it's a flow. It's whatever. But a lot of people I've talked to, like makeup artists too, like a lot of people say that they spent all their money on the wedding and then they start from zero, and probably not the smartest thing to do.
I know, but weddings and like even if you don't have a huge like, you know, elaborate wedding, like they're still so expensive. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Just like renting a venue.
Oh my God,
no matter the
$10,000 minimum.
size,
Yeah,
literally $10,000 minimum,
which is so expensive.
Yeah.
It's like crazy. Like I even think for our party, luckily we have our house, but I remember when I used to do like birthday parties, it was like $10,000 for like location. It's like insane.
Yeah.
Plus, if you want to get open bar and stuff like that, yeah. Luckily, the hotel, the $100,000 costs with the bar. I mean, thankfully, but still, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Weddings are nuts.
So
I think
don't ruin them with freaking shitty vows.
The vows and oh my God, the cake smashing is a red flag. If your partner doesn't want it, don't do the wedding. Like honestly, if you were like really, I mean, I guess it's for content for me because it's like you want to show the video and the pictures. But if you don't care about that, then don't do it. Like people don't show their stuff. I'm like, why did you even have a wedding? My brother's like that. He had a fancy wedding and never shows pictures online. I'm like, okay, guess he just wanted it for you. I honestly wouldn't care. I would have done like an elopement for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why also my boyfriend I think would really get into the planning. So that's also why I've been, because I know he'll be like,
it'll be a
so
thing.
once he has a job and then he sees the money.
The money, yeah. It is expensive. And at the time when we started the planning, when we first talked to her, my budget was $200,000, and that was when I was making money. Like I was doing bougie, you know, I had a podcast, I was like making money. So I thought that's a big budget, you know? I was like, that's great. So when it ended up costing us $450,000, which we just did not have, and money definitely like just tightened up at the end of the year, I was just like, shit. So then taxes and all this stuff. But anyways, that's the whole thing. But yeah. Getting smarter with money, but weddings are crazy. Anyways, that's not even a hot topic. Everyone's like, wow, there's more. I like transparency. Who was telling me? Oh, my makeup artist says you're just very open with your problems too. So I think people are open with you about their. I'm like, yeah. I mean, you know, it's good to be open book about stuff. I think. At the time, sometimes you don't want to talk about it, and then like looking back, you can be like, okay, I can offer.
You made it through, so you
definitely, and it's like, well, listen to this, because at the moment you feel so embarrassed, and it's like so embarrassing that you did all that, but then you're like,
also
okay.
anything you go through in life, somebody else is also going through it.
Totally.
So just so they don't feel alone, because people tend to see somebody on the screen and they think everything's perfect and I'm miserable, but they're perfect. Be like, no, we're all together experiencing the same problems, the same thing.
Yeah, especially with like influencers. I feel like you just see them spending money and going on trips like I did. I was always going on trips and stuff like that. But it's like really like, that's what I talk about. I spent everything, you know, it's like $100,000 I make a month. I spent $100,000, which is like insane. But now I can kind of look back and be like, okay, don't do that, whatever. I think it's good to just talk about, and also to know like those people spending, you know, maybe they don't have their money and shit together, and it's, anyways, but also having said that, money is a flow. It comes and goes, and I always somehow bring money in, you know, it manifests itself. And sometimes that's true because I'm like, how the hell am I going to make money? And then you find little opportunities that just present themselves. It's always something. Patreon saved me back in 2017 when AdSense apocalypse hit, and I like my whole channel got demonetized. It was so weird. I didn't make any money, and all I was making money from was AdSense. So I did Patreon. It kind of saved me for like a couple years, and then OnlyFans, and then there's always something.
Amanda Bynes, we know she recently started her podcast.
Yes.
As recently as
so excited
it started,
for it.
I think last week. I think she did episode 1. She is already taking a pause on
No!
it. I know, I'm sad.
Why? Mental health.
Well, she said that she couldn't get the guests that she wanted to come on to it.
T.
She wanted like Jack Harlow. She wanted like Drake.
Wow. Not Drake.
Or Post Malone.
After her whole Twitter. Post Malone, he won't even go and call her daddy.
No.
That's wild.
So she said until they can like get the guests that she wants, she's gonna take a pause on it.
Well, girl, you might have to interview a few TikTokers before you get the A-list.
Let's work our way up.
Yeah, that's wild.
I know, especially because I feel like she, even without the guests, like I feel like she would have a lot of like really good stories. You know? Like it can kind of just be just Amanda.
Yeah. Oh my God, just Amanda would be so good. The Amanda Show.
Literally, she could literally do that.
Oh man,
And
like Josh Peck would come on for sure.
Yeah, she liked something. Someone commented about her coming on here, and she liked it.
I would love it. Maybe we could talk to her about why it ended. I love Amanda Bynes so truly. We talked about her before. I love her.
Yeah,
it is interesting. I do feel. I mean, does she talk about her? I know she has mental health issues. I mean, she's talked about it, right?
Yeah, she talked about it before.
And she's obviously gone through a lot, like publicly and stuff like that. So I would love to talk to her about it. I wonder if that is the real reason, or I know her like co-host was coming under a lot of fire too.
Yeah, I saw that too. There was a lot of like controversy around
that
him.
he was kind of like this, like he lies about being a scientist or something. Allegedly. There was a girl on TikTok that's like, he was like my roommate, unalived her cat, allegedly.
Yes, I saw that too.
Like, yeah. So I don't know if there was like maybe the controversy. Maybe also like podcasting is kind of like hard. Like, I don't know. If you're just like not in the right space for it, you know what I mean? Like it can be hard. It's such a commitment. To like, for me, if I wasn't a homebody, I'd be like, oh my God, that's so much commitment. I can never travel. Like, I don't know. Maybe she just thought of it as an excuse. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe she did interviews and it was like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Because some people, like if you're truly not interested in like getting to know other people, like yeah, podcasting, like like interviewing wouldn't be fun. You know what I mean? And I get it. Like I would love The Weeknd, Ice Spice, and Nicki Minaj, but you know, it's like I love all our guests, but that's interesting.
I know.
Is she pausing the whole thing then?
That's what she said. She said, thanks for the support. It did well, but I am pausing my podcast.
Where'd she say that? Because I saw the video. What was that on?
She posted on her Instagram story.
Oh, I would
know.
love for her to come. I love Amanda Bynes. And she's another one in my head. I can do no wrong. I have so much sympathy for her, just in general. The way Hollywood has treated her, the way she, you know, probably as a child star, I'm sure that's like F's you up. And
And the goal of her podcast originally was to talk about fashion, artists, actors, actresses, music, and everything else. That was like the tagline. So,
damn.
Yeah.
That makes me sad because she seemed excited to start it. I don't know. Maybe she's going through something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she could easily, whenever she wants, could like easily rebrand and make it a whole thing, you know? So,
But she specifically mentioned those 3 people.
Yeah.
I love that. She's manifesting. She's putting it out there. That's kind of how I was.
Yeah,
I'm, like, I'm over
done.
the weekend. Now I'm like wrapped back into it. So maybe that's what she's trying to do.
And maybe, yeah, everyone can just like, at least Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow can make time for
Who's
Amanda
Jack
Bynes.
Harlow? He's from the KFC meal, right? I think he had a meal. I ate it one time.
I know Post Malone had the Raising Cane, right?
And I think Jack Harlow was on KFC.
Really?
I did a video on it. And I'm like, who's Jack Harlow? I still don't know.
He did a song with Lil Nas X and...
Which one?
I forget which one.
Not the big one. Lil Nas X had that big song.
I think he was on that one. Not Old Town Road.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Take you down to the
Not
Old Town
that
Road. Who else was on? Someone random, like
Billy Ray
Shelton.
Cyrus.
Random.
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus is probably so excited. He's probably like, yes, this is my moment. That's random. Why?
Yeah.
Did they sample his song or something?
Jack Harlow, he had a feature on one of Lil Nas X's songs.
Oh, random. I don't
he
know
had
who
that
that
song
is.
with that sampled, like Glamorous by Fergie. That was his like,
Random. Also random.
Yeah, I'm not a big Jack Harlow stan, but people
liked him. He had a
People
KFC
really liked
meal.
him, yeah.
Also, it was a KFC meal. It wasn't like McDonald's or something. It was like a.
Yeah.
I never see someone go to like KFC for their meal. I was like, oh.
Or like
KFC
Jack
did
in the Box. or
Yeah.
like-
Oh my God, Snoop Dogg at Jack in the Box.
it's like, oh,
That
okay.
makes sense though. Snoop Dogg at Jack in the Box definitely makes sense. Jack in the Box is definitely like
That's true. They
only if you're
cater to
high.
that, yeah.
Like nobody likes Jack in the Box. I love fast food, and no one eats it just for funsies. Definitely not. Oh, I love Amanda Bynes. That makes me so sad. I wonder if she's gonna like, because I know she's had some like pre-filmed. So I wonder if she's gonna like release
Air those?
some.
Yeah.
Where was it at? Like, where could you watch it? Was it on YouTube?
I don't know, actually.
I never saw it, so I don't know.
I saw like photo overset, I guess. Maybe I saw it on TikTok.
Did it look
or
like
something, but
produced, like someone like set designed it?
I think it was like, you can like kind of rent out that generic like podcast room.
Oh, with like the white behind.
Yes, it was that.
Oh.
Yeah. When they just rent out the little podcast
it's very like
space.
Dear Media, like yeah.
I think it was something like that, but
Interesting. That's so weird. I'm surprised more people want to put money behind it. I would. Amanda, we can build you a set right here. We have an
Yes.
oversharing set. We can get rid
I
of
think
it.
I say this all the time, but I'm pretty sure she lives close.
Oh my God. I would love, honestly, that would be so cool. Especially like on this channel, we could just make it like a network of podcasts. Cause like, I feel like we're pretty good at producing it. Like we
Yeah.
built the set, we got an editor in house.
Yeah.
I think
Trish
that'd be,
Media.
oh my God, that would be so cool. We would love Amanda to have a show, the Amanda Show. 100%.
It would, yeah, and it literally just Amanda, like she could really slay a podcast, like
Just by herself. For real. I think also picking the right co-host. Maybe she didn't pick the right co-host or something.
yeah.
You need someone that motivates you and you're excited to see and talk to. You know what I mean? It is hard to do one like completely by yourself. I'll
Yeah.
be your co-host. I could be her son. I could be her Oscar.
I would love that. Actually,
I don't need the full like stardom. I could be over
This
there in the
one-
little
yeah.
black chair. You know, we'll build her throne, and I'll sit on the folding chair over there.
because she must have such like incredible like stories and stuff too. I
oh
mean,
my God.
everything she's been in has been pretty iconic. Like she doesn't
Everything.
flop. Like
Never. And I just, she's the man, so good. I just would love to know so much. And like, again, could get deep, couldn't have to get deep. It could be
Yeah.
surface level. I just think there's so many, like, wasn't she in, no, I get her, Michelle Trachtenberg mixed up, the 17
oh
again.
yeah.
I wonder what that's like. Yeah, I just everything, like being a child star and going through all this stuff, and obviously like having like breakdowns on Twitter and stuff like that. Although Drake would be iconic to have her like a guest, 'cause
yeah,
she could talk
if
about.
Drake can do Bobby, Drake can do Amanda.
Oh my,
Come
that's
on.
where I'm like, that's so frustrating because like Amanda Bynes should have Drake, not
Yeah.
Bobby Altoff. No offense, but I think that
Camila Cabello can have Drake, then Amanda Bynes can have
Amanda
Drake.
Bynes should have Drake. She made Drake famous in my eyes. I remember her with the tweet, I want Drake to, you know, and so I thought that was everything. I thought that was so iconic. It's such a good tweet. It's such a good
Yeah.
tweet. And it was on like pillowcases and stuff like that.
And I love, she talked about it in an interview a couple years ago. Did you see that? Where she was like,
No.
someone asked her about it in an interview. She's like, no, it's just on a lot of drugs. Like,
Oh, okay, so she's like, she owns up to her like her past being a little like shaky and stuff like that. I would love to know all that. It's like, were you actually like, an addict? Were you just doing drugs to like suppress? Where is it at the Hollywood? Because you know, like
yeah.
I did a lot of drugs, but I don't consider myself an addict. I don't even consider myself liking drugs. I just did so much of it because it was like you felt like I just wanted to impress somebody or you know whatever it was. So, oh man, so many good questions for Amanda Bynes. I would love dream guest.
DM her.
Do you think she's on Instagram? Oh,
I
you
think
said she posted on
that
Instagram.
Instagram story, yeah. So,
I would love
and she's
to.
on TikTok,
I
I,
will.
think so.
I'll just do my casual week on my podcast.
You should.
See what they say.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes people respond.
It's worth a shot.
I love Amanda Bynes. We could do a little mukbang. All right, should we do our New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
Did you write yours?
No.
Oh, I thought you had notes.
No.
I had a I want to have a healthy, happy baby delivered. That's number one. The Weeknd on the podcast, right underneath that. Number two, I want my own talk show. TV talk show. I would love to be on cable in the fall. Maybe after I have the baby, 3 months. It's good. And I would like to sell my rainbow Birkin, but for double because now it's a relic. Okay, people, this is like I'm gonna have it here every day. I bought it for $50,000. I was gonna sell it for $10,000. Nobody wanted it for that. It's back up to $100,000 because
You
it's
missed your chance.
iconic. It's iconic, and someone's gonna buy it. I don't know who. Someone will buy it, and that's my goal.
Live for that.
Yeah.
Those are solid.
And start working out too. I had to start working out and being healthy too.
That kind of fits into like, do you have like 2024 predictions, not just for yourself, but like for the world? I feel like those are fun. Like mine, the Weekend coming on the podcast. It's just my prediction. Like it's
Prediction,
kind of
okay.
like inevitable.
You've
I
been saying
think.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I really do think that's gonna happen. Like I said earlier, Timothy and Kylie. Not married, engaged, probably broken up after the engagement. But I do
Wow.
think like a ring. You know what I also thought of too? You know, remember Limited 2? I feel like Limited 2 is going to make a comeback in
Random.
2024.
That'd be
Well,
amazing.
because like early 2000s is so in right now. When I think early 2000s, I think Limited 2.
I love Limited too. The inflatable chairs with the beads in it,
Yeah.
and I loved it.
Oh my god.
The cute little girl outfits. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
I want Limited 2 to make a comeback.
Is even Limited
2024.
around anymore?
I don't think so. Because remember they had Justice. Justice replaced Limited 2, but I
Right.
don't even see Justice
No, it
anymore.
wasn't. Oh yeah.
So we need the real Limited 2 back.
Okay, that's a wild prediction. That's so random. Man, I gotta think of. God, usually I'm pretty good at. I'm actually kind of bad when I see people predict things. I'm like, how do they know all this stuff? Like that's pretty crazy. I think you kind of hit all of them. Honestly, I predict that. What? Go ahead.
Did you have Taylor Swift getting engaged?
Definitely that. I mean, that it's either engaged or married for sure. That's obviously the track. Because didn't they say? I don't know. I saw something where they said Travis Kelce asked her father or something.
Oh,
to...
he got her a ring for her birthday. So there's like a whole bunch of crazy
okay.
theories about that.
That'll
But-
happen because she's like what 34. It's like appropriate to be engaged. You know what I think I learned is like I can't predict anything. Like I would never have predicted 2023. This year, oh my god, this year. I mean, the way it started, the middle, how's it going? Like it's such a whirlwind. It's such a crazy. I literally don't know how to predict anything, which I think is probably for the better. Like, and my predictions are always just about me. Like I'm just like, okay, I predict the Weekend won't come on. I predict I'll meet Britney Spears like at a TV show. Like I'm just so like in my own head. Oh, I predict we'll get like a little lake house. I'll predict your building will be moved over here. Like it's just all like about us. That's my bubble. That's all I think about. was like, this is my prediction. I predict we won't have a Range Rover anymore. It's so small in the back. We drove an hour and a half in there, and I honestly, and seriously, I was like gonna like throw up. I like, and not just because I'm pregnant, like it was so small. I had to poor Moses sat in the back, thank God, but he, he's so tall too. It's so small back there. That's going. I predict, let me do a prediction for you. I predict you're gonna get engaged.
Oh, wow.
Do you think?
When is he graduating?
Yeah, I was going to say when he's graduating. I think he has one more, maybe, because I think he's done in next summer. I think he's done.
I think you should
So,
surprise him because he thinks you're waiting till he's done.
That's true.
You should do a surprise.
My problem with him is I had to really figure it out because he loses jewelry so like easily.
Same. Me, I lose everything.
Yeah.
Every necklace I've ever had.
What you were saying
Yeah.
that last week.
Just don't. It doesn't need to be expensive.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I got him a Tiffany's bracelet for his first graduation and his birthday was at the same time, and it was like $450. He lost it. Yeah. He fidgets with his stuff, so he always loses everything. So
yeah.
But
a ring,
we'll
though,
see.
I feel like this is one thing I haven't lost because it's like one thing that you're just like, I
constantly
always
conscious of it.
yeah, I know when I'm wearing it. I make sure to not take it off. I did lose a $10,000 necklace, but I'm sure it's somewhere in here. I'm sure that's my favorite too. He got it for me as like it was like a Thanksgiving / apology gift. Or it's also me. I remember I was going on live where I'm like, my love language is gifts, and if guys don't give me gifts, they don't love me. And then he got me like that. It was really beautiful. It was amazing. I remember it was like Thanksgiving. And then told him, okay, you have to leave because my family doesn't like you, so leave or whatever. It was like actually like a crazy time. That was a weird time. Then we got engaged like 2 weeks later, so I don't know. But no, this is God, I do lose stuff, but
Yeah, maybe get him like to begin with buy a set of 3 rings and give him one of the
Smart.
3. You know,
That's
make
good
sure he knows
advice.
the
just
real
divide
one.
it to be.
Honestly, like I have a Kubrick zirconium one of this that I wear more often because you just don't want to lose it. I always like I love a big engagement ring, but I really only wear it if I'm going somewhere special or a podcast or something
Yeah.
like that. Because to lose it would be so awful.
Yeah,
But-
and it's a lot of pressure. So
Yeah, I think you'll get. I think you'll get engaged.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think
I
you'll
can
get
see that.
engaged. I think. What's your wildest dream? Like, what's something like? Do you have a like? Is it a house? Is it like? What is your wildest dream?
Oh my god, it's crazy. I can't even like think of a house yet. To be honest, I think once my boyfriend is working, it'll be easier. Right now, it just feels like far away, even though there's only
Yeah.
a year left,
Mhm.
because he's in grad school. So it's like, and he works part time, but that money is just like his car and bills and stuff.
Yeah.
So once he gets like an architecture, he's like a Moses, you know?
Right.
It'll be easier to think about like a house and stuff.
Yeah.
So my dreams right now is to like keep working, I guess, and I want to start streaming again. That's my other big. Oh, it's kind of a resolution, I guess, too.
That's a
Yeah.
good one. You totally should. It's so
Yeah.
like you love to do it, and people love you. Like people want more. Oh, we didn't even mention the
Oh,
stockings, the TMO, too much Oscar. This can be your after show right here. Moses did these stockings. He got these
Oh,
from Target.
you made them?
Well, no, he bought them.
Oh my god! I was like, did he knit them?
But I
Made
went,
it up.
I went and I saw, and I wanted to get one for each of us.
That's so
Aw. I
cute.
should have filled it with something. I was like, wait, we should fill it with something. So
Cheez-Its or something.
yeah. So yeah, those are our stockings. Trish, Moses, Oscar.
That's so cute.
But people always want more of you. Like on our Patreon, people always are like, we need more Oscar.
it's really shocking.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is. It
Isn't
is.
it crazy though? Like it is weird who the internet will like and dislike. You just have no idea.
And I think I always go into things expecting, because that way I'm like pleasantly surprised. Like I don't expect anyone to like vibe or whatever, So
It's better to be that way for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
That's how I think. I like to underestimate in general. And
Yeah.
I still do. People are like, oh, she has like imposter syndrome where she like, and it's like, I just rather people, like, I just assume people don't know who I am or, like I still genuinely get shocked. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, I don't like to see myself that way. Because I think once you do, then that's when you kind of like lose. That's when
Yeah.
you start losing it. You're just like, okay. So I always just am lucky. So we also have something for Oscar.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's something little. Well, your actual bonus is coming in the mail.
Oh.
Moses wanted to put the bonus. Okay, choo choo ho ho ho. It's not like.
Have you been good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyways, I would open. Okay.
Something teal.
Okay. Oh, shut. Stop. Okay. Don't tell him. Don't give him hints. Okay. Got it. Okay. So the colors will give it away. Good job. Thank you.
so much, Santa.
Thank you, Moses
Oh my
Santa.
God.
So yeah, open that
This
one
one
first.
first?
Yeah, again. Okay, hold on. Just so people know, because like this is like a little like not gag gift, but it's just like a little side gift. We give you a bonus in the mail. So
Oh, that's
Moses
so
is gonna put in the stocking. But I guess it's kind of weird for you to be like, look at this check. I don't know. It was weird to me. So I was like, that's why I asked for your address, like Christmas cards, all this stuff like that. So
Oh, thank you.
That's coming, and I feel like that's a better gift than anything. So, but this is just I don't know. This is actually I never give gifts because rarely. Like I give one to you, and I have one for Tana. Actually, I have one for Brooke too, but it's because I think of you guys. But I never think of anybody like that. Like nobody. Moses doesn't even want gifts, so this is literally so. And I preface that again because, oh, I don't know. Tana's buying everyone cars. And like, she's getting someone else a car. She got Brooke a car. I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my God. And then I thought about what I got you. And I was like, well, there's a bonus coming. So just know that. Okay, I'm reiterating that because I just want you to know you are valued.
Oh,
and
you're so
the value is
sweet.
more of a dollar than this gift. So.
And I also have to preface, yours is still being, it's like a custom made thing.
Okay.
And I have to give it to you on camera though, because it's pretty gaggy.
This is very gaggy too.
So I guess yours will come January.
Wait, is it
whatever.
gaggy like I'm gonna gag or gaggy like it's a gag gift?
Like you're gonna be gagged, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Mine was saying yours is gaggy like 10 gaggy, like a gag gift.
Okay.
It's not,
But,
yeah.
yours is. I'm excited to give you yours. It's still being made by the artist, though. So
Wow.
yeah,
Oh my God, now I feel
we'll
really
say
bad. I
that.
didn't even get you custom anything.
No, it's okay.
I think
gave
it's
you a check.
the Weeknd is making you a song.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
there you go.
imagine.
Good, man. Good cameo from him.
Okay, let's
This one you
see.
kind of know. This is not really
Do
a big
I?
gift. I wrapped it kind of for you.
Oh my God!
Yay!
It means the world.
Oh
by
my
the
God.
way.
So for the Brooke episode, we got it. I just actually wrapped it. I mean, you knew you had
I'm
it.
so excited.
Yes. Shout out to, I have the name, shout out to Drew for finding this one for us. This was the original one. This
Oh
one
my
matches Brooke's
God.
exactly. But then Kimberly went back and found one that's similar that she got for me. It's not the exact one. I gave you the exact one. They're both 2X. I'm like, you know what? Oscar's the
love an
Brooke fan. I'm going to
oversized.
give you the. Can I tell you? I don't know if this is oversized.
Oh, really?
Because mine's a 2X too. And I'm like, this is short.
Oh no! Is
Look,
Brooke just tiny?
Yeah, right? Look, it's kind of like little.
Yeah.
It is
Maybe
a
it's
2X.
like little girl size.
Oh, maybe? Because it kind of does not. Because I
Right?
know a
This
2X.
Yeah, this does not look like a 2X.
That's like a
Okay.
large.
This like fits us like normal. Okay, work.
I thought that when she comes out, I'm like, should we all wear oversized? She's so oversized, and I have like my
Or is
jeans.
it a dress?
And hers was probably like a medium or something. I was like, damn, they're kind of like small, but.
Oh my God, that's so
yeah,
funny.
that was the last one. So many people emailed us and was going to the store, and I guess they were just sold out. They had 1 2X left, and then like I had people go back. I literally was like, "Can you go back?" Because I wanted to make sure we had matching ones. They didn't have them. And then they went back to the same store. It's in Mission Beach. It's called Miss Mission Beach, I think. And they're like, they had a different one that was like pink letters on pink. So I got a pink on pink.
Oh
but
my God, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to match with Brooke.
yeah. I wonder if she'll wear it. I was going to ask her, but I'm like, I don't know. She already wore it once. She's like, I don't want to wear this again. It
She
wasn't
does
even her
wear
outfit.
hers all the time, which I love. I wonder if she
Okay.
wears it more because we told her how much we love it.
Maybe. And actually, like, I look at this sweatshirt that I got. She did offer to give us her blue one. She has one in blue, too. So she was like, if you need a blue one.
I see her wear hers all the time on Instagram.
Yeah,
stories and
it
stuff.
does hang on her own. I know that's not gonna look, especially when January when she comes. I'm gonna even be more pregnant and fat. I was like, oh God, I don't know how it's gonna look.
Oh my God, it's
but
gonna be so
yeah,
funny.
with our
though.
cute little Uggs and stuff. I think it's gonna be such a
Our,
moment.
Ultra Minis. I'm so excited.
Yay! So that was, you knew that was coming, but
This is so cute.
yeah,
Thank
shout out Drew for Oscars.
Thank you, Drew.
Drew, and Kimberly gave mine for free. I literally was like, "What's your Zelle? What's your PayPal?" And again, I offered to pay double for these. I was like, "You guys going there?" Kimberly waited around. She really, and I was like, "What can I pay you? How do I Zelle you? PayPal?" She's like, "No, girl, it's like on me for real." I was like, "What?" I don't know. I still feel bad. I don't know, Kimberly. If you want me, I have your email. She was so sweet to get it. Okay, this one's also very random, so I don't know. I don't know.
Are you serious?
Do you know what
this
it
is?
is?
So cute. Yeah, the 1989 cardigan.
Do you have it?
No.
Okay. How do you know?
Because I know. Oh, this is so. Thank you so much.
I saw.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I saw Holly Madison wearing it. And I didn't even know it was Taylor Swift.
Oh, really?
She was cooking in it, and I was like, that's so cute. And she's like, it's my Taylor Swift. I was like, wait, what?
I literally have, I think almost every other one besides I didn't get this one.
Okay,
'Cause
so
I
she
was
comes
gonna
out with
say
different.
for each album. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
thank you so much.
I think it'd be cute. You wear a lot of cardigans with your
Yes.
pearls. I think it would look cute.
Oh, this is so cute. Thank you
and
so much.
Holly has one. So, and this is XL/2X.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
Hopefully,
the
I don't know.
oversized.
And Holly's was so oversized, so I was like, okay, so.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Anyways, that's like very.
Oh, thank you.
That was just little. I was gonna get it for you anyways. So I saw Holly have it. I was like, oh, it's okay. It's like a Christmas time. I'm so bad at gifts, but again, checks in the mail.
Oh, thank you so much.
No, seriously, we appreciate you so much, and so that's why I was like, okay, we gotta give him like a good bonus, get all of that. So we love you. Merry
Thank you. I love you
Christmas.
guys so much.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad this is our last episode.
I know.
Because it's actually so long. It's actually Christmas is next Monday when we would normally film, and then New Year's Day is the following Monday. So
Yeah.
it's really just makes sense,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
But if something breaking, juicy, the Weeknd wants to come on, we'll get it together. But until then, happy holidays.
Yes.
Anything you want to say to the people?
I have to thank you for something else too, and I'm not gonna cry.
Oh.
I'm gonna cry.
Aw.
I'm gonna cry, y'all.
don't cry. It's
I know
fine.
because you're gonna cry, and I know I've been like practicing saying it this morning because I saw
Oh.
this morning.
Oh.
I
Made me
know. God, I was practicing. Hold on, I can do
You
it.
don't
I
even
can
have
do
to say
it.
it. It's
No, I
fine.
have
Okay,
to.
okay.
So everyone knows.
No. And you make me cry because it's
I
like such
know.
a sad story.
My God, I really practiced.
I know.
My little cousin was diagnosed with leukemia before Thanksgiving, and
Made me drink more right now.
I
Just hold
know.
your hand.
I know. After
Sorry.
all that,
I know.
And we made a GoFundMe on Saturday or Sunday. I don't even remember what day, but just to see. I didn't have any expectations really, but I'm like, I feel like I can raise something, between me and my family, because my cousin, his parents, just welcomed a baby the day before he got diagnosed, and they got like kicked out of their house and stuff. So it's so hard for them. Anyway, I just posted it on my Instagram story, literally not expecting anything at all. But Trisha donated $1,000, which is like, it's like the most. All my family texted me today when they saw it. They were like, "Can you please tell her thank you?" So it means a lot, and it just shows like how much you guys care, and I really appreciate it. And Brooke also donated, which made me cry some more too. Yeah, so every time I think about it, I cry. But then when they told me that you guys donated, like I cried more. So thank you so much. It means a lot too.
And we're
my
gonna do
whole
another
family.
donation on behalf of Just
Oh,
Trish
no.
when we get for this month, and then the Patreon too will do another donation too. So I just saw it really, and I was like, it like broke my heart. That story is, and seeing him and just seeing
know,
how they had to leave their little baby to be with him. And thanks.
I know. It's like it's been. I don't know. Every time I think about it, I cry. So I try, and I hate to like make things heavy over here, especially like around Christmas time. It's hard for so many people, but it is like it's a happy story. Like my whole family is so thankful to you. So
Well, you should put it in the link, the top link, everything like that, if you guys want, because it's like the holiday season. So many people don't know what to do or how to do it. Especially, I don't either. I don't know what to do, and that story is like heartbreaking. The fact that it's like your family on top of that, like
Yeah.
I know there's so many heartbreaking stories, which makes me so sad like that. And it's like, how do you know? How do you see? But I know you talked about it before, and seeing that, and just like also when you have kids and stuff like that, it's like I couldn't imagine like having a baby and having to leave the baby and then to take care of it's
it's like the most like tragic circumstance. So I'm doing everything. I'm selling stuff on Posh, and I'm gonna be live streaming on Twitch or whatever for charity, or probably YouTube actually. So, but yeah, just my whole family wanted me to thank you when they texted me this morning. So yeah.
I mean, of course, and like I said, we'll do more donations on behalf of Just Trish and the Patreon, and on the Patreon, Oscar gets percentage of that too. Like everything, like we just
and
anyways.
everyone that like watches, like so many people. Also, I saw on Reddit, like so many people got together on the Reddit to like donate, which is like so
Wow.
sweet. So it's like
Yeah, you had good
the
under your
community.
name. Yeah.
The whole community has been like really great. So thank you everyone too. It really does mean a lot. 'Cause, like I feel bad talking about. I don't know. It's like you
No,
kind of like
you are so like humble. Like when you mentioned it, you briefly mentioned it before, and you just didn't like say much about it, and you're just like, I don't know what to do, And
yeah, I hate to bring anyone down, but
no,
I'm
and I didn't know they lost their home, like all that stuff like that. I think it's
and
those situations.
my thing is, I just wanted them to grow up and know that I at least like tried to help them. That's like how I like justified it, because I don't want to like yell anyone. It's
Yeah.
so many YouTubers and TikTokers are begging for money right now. So
Wow, that's why you're so wonderful and so sweet. You're so humble about it. You don't ask for things. You're selling your stuff off and stuff like that. And it's like, and you're still doing all this for them. And I mean, I'd want the same for my family that struggles and all stuff like that. It's like, it's not easy. And even if you don't struggle, when something like this happens, it just like wipes people out. Like it's just so difficult mentally too, emotionally, like working out all of it. I can't imagine. I can't fathom something like that. But I said so many prayers, and we'll send more money to them. It's just like, it's so heartbreaking. It's such a heartbreaking story, especially around this time. And with kids, it's just like, not to get all deep, but it's like questioning like why does it happen to children?
It's
like
so hard.
Yeah.
But they're like Ryan's parents are so thankful. His mom is texting me all the time. She's like, I'm gonna start watching. So.
We gotta do it. That's what it is. Do Just Trish. But I almost did on behalf of like I'm like, we'll do another one on behalf of Just Trish.
So thank you so much, and like
Yeah,
everyone
no.
deserves to know, because that
Oh.
that's your guys' heart. Like you guys really do care, and you take care of everyone. So
Well, we
I have a
love you.
testament to that. So.
We love you. You are literally you are literally like the only team up. You do so much. You're like literally the whole operation of this with us, and it's like crazy. It's a perfect mix. We have such a good mix, and we're lucky.
There's like this the best people ever. You got like genuinely. I've said it even before. Like working with you, I've always known it, but like witnessing
Same.
firsthand. So I'm very very thankful. So Yeah, the
holidays.
reason for the season.
Yes, that's what it is. Oh my God, I love it so much.
Aw.
I love you. Seriously, Oscar, you are everything. And everyone sees it. And I love that everyone sees it. It makes me so happy. And I'm so excited to see you Twitch and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Just add more stuff to your
Yeah,
plate.
why
You know
not?
what I mean? Well, we love you. And yeah, put that as like the top link. And yeah, we love you guys for the support, for anything you do. Financial donations, being a patron, just watching honestly helps so much. The live chats, you know, it's really, really cool. So we always are trying to do bigger and better things, and you guys have definitely changed our lives over here. So we appreciate you. No matter how long it is, 2023 ended on such a good note. So I'm hoping it continues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good end of second half of the year. What a good second half of the year.
Second half of the year, truly, truly, truly. But everything changes, you know, everything changes. So if you
Yeah.
have a rough start, things change quickly.
Uh-huh.
So hold on and hang in there.
Yeah.
We love you guys so much. Happy holidays. I hope you guys have a great holiday season. We have one more guest. We have Tana coming up this week. We have Patreon posts going up. And we will see you guys in the new year.
2024, here we come.
2024, here we come. We know the gender of our baby, so we'll be doing a reveal here on
Oh my God, I
Just
forgot about
Trish.
that. Oh.
Yes, and that'll be on January 9th, I believe. So.
Oh my God.
Yay!
Stay tuned, everyone.
Stay tuned. Bye. Happy holidays.
Aw.